them down to you. I'm just saying.
That's true. Oh, that's
just
true.
saying.
I love your optimism.
Just saying.
Maybe a few people that you know.
Maybe a cut. Yeah, not even. Yeah, it's not even just me. There's more than just me, for God's sake.
You might even get someone from Winnipeg to send you something. You just don't know.
That's true. That is true.
And
Shout
Brian,
out to
you're the only person I've ever done a beer review with. I remember Rod was like, "You want to let's do a beer review," and then chaos. It was just like chaos, and then it never happened because there was so much fun, and like we just all got yes. But
I remember saying, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I'm going to do my first beer review." I was like, "Sweet."
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have to mention that then. I had no idea that was an inaugural review for you. That's not the one that's coming out tomorrow, but it's going to be. I'm going to be doing tons of editing this weekend. They're going to be.
I think you should just talk about it and not publish it.
No, you got to
just talk about it. Don't publish it.
Oh no,
you got to go out.
You do.
I know Chase is a little excited because Chase found out I can lease Todd out, so he might ask Todd to do some stuff too. So. Posted that in the group, and he's like, "I didn't know you can lease out Todd."
we thought he was the exclusive property of Rod J Beer Ventures.
I mean, for a fee.
Yes.
For a fee.
Patent pending.
Rod, as long as you cut me in on this deal, if not, I'm going to go
No, because that was what Rod said when Brian was like, we're going to go, and Rod was like, no, like Shannon and Todd
are my property.
I'm like their agent, and Rod was like, no, I brought them here. Yeah.
I understand that. First time I saw somebody do a collab with the Yeti, I was like, I felt dirty. Like, what is this? He's cheating on me. This is weird.
Yes.
I didn't sign any paperwork.
I will say
shout out to Mal. Shout out to Mal in the house as well. Welcome, Mal.
Mal, my favorite picture of
where's Chu's hand?
Me and you. I love
Chu's
that
he's at the brewery. Chu's at the brewery usually.
Oh.
Right? So.
Yeah, Chu's at work right now.
Yeah. He probably has us on the TV
just
there,
the biggest illusion ever. Everybody's questioning.
What if he's not? What if Chu's right here, right now? Woo!
Yeah, sorry. There he is.
You can do that with your hand there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, welcome.
Okay, there he is.
So for those of you that you don't know, like Mallory knows because she does it, but Shane, I think you've done it before. If you want to stream it to your channel, you can, like Mal just did when she streams it to hers. There's a thing at the bottom or whatever you can click. But depending, I know Brian's only going to be here for a little bit because he has to get some rest. But TK or whatever, how long you want to go. If you want to, you're fine. If you don't, that's fine too. So I give an opportunity to bring other people to your channels.
Sure. How you do it?
It's up near the top. There's your logo with a little link by it.
Pardon me?
When I'm looking at my screen, I have my logo up at the top corner with a little link.
Up on the top right.
And I click that, and it pulls up what channel do you want to display this to, and I choose my logo again, and then I just type in a title, description, and hit OK, and it goes.
Stream this to your audience. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fair enough. Pretty cool. Thanks.
Oh, there he goes. Brian disappeared there for a second.
He is.
Well, I was wondering. I've never done that stream to my audience, so I just clicked on it. When I did, it said it's signing me into StreamYard, and it
signs you into StreamYard first, and then you can do it. I think.
Yeah, it's a couple steps. I think if it's the first time it's doing it.
Yeah,
to me.
But then once you're in, automatically it'll do it. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm already signed into StreamYard. When I click it, it recognizes me already. So yeah,
it's leading me through it. It doesn't seem too hard.
No, it's pretty easy. So hold on.
Ask a question?
Hold on. You got your notebook. You got your notebook. No notebook? Yeah, okay. Well, hold it. Whisper in Todd's ear because I'm going to come back to you.
Put it on me now.
So out there, we'll do a live stream poll for tonight. So tonight's a live stream poll question. That's why you like to pour a beer. Because we got the Hardpour Pub ambassador here. And we got the way that we kind of do it, as far as the 45 halfway up. So you can choose however you want to answer on the question. Just kind of curious. I know Vanessa had a thing out there earlier saying the nitro way. Now, pouring straight down and hard, that's always what you do with a nitro beer. But right now, it's actually 3. Straight down the middle is a third. 45 degrees until half, then straight down, and then 45 until about 3 inches, and then down to give you a nice little head there. Nobody put all the way into about 1 inch from the top, which is funny because a lot of bars will pour that way now. Because I guess people complain about having the head. And I was like, I'll put some head on it because you want that aroma coming off, but some people don't know how to pour in some of the bars. So that is some nice live stream poll question out there. Feel free to answer as you like.
I just realized that the glassware I brought up has a giant crack in it, so I need to go get myself another glass real quick. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Yeah, we don't want you cutting yourself there.
No, not this time.
Well, I gotta say,
Not this time.
if I'm
Go ahead.
ordering a beer at a bar, I don't want it to have a big head. But when I'm serving it at my bar, I don't care because I know I'm not getting ripped off. In a bar, you feel like, oh, I'm getting ripped off. I got 10 inches of head, 1 inch of beer. Where's the rest of my beer? But see, all the beers here get poured out of devices like this,
Yeah.
or like this one here. So you're not going to be shorted any. It's just going to stay in that vessel until you get it all in the glass. But it's all going to end up in there. Nobody's getting ripped off here.
Not the Harport Pub, no sir. Well, it's the way you actually pour. Like if you were going under like the Cicerone type thing, and from what I've read, a lot of stuff. There's 2 schools on it, but now it's more the 45 to halfway usually. But so like the more you pour harder down, the more you get rid of more carbonation as well. So if you don't want your stomach being weighted down, that can actually work that way. But
I've honestly only had like maybe 2 beers out of the thousands I've hard pour that were flat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not flat. Not flat. It's less carbonation. So
I think I've always done it the old college way where you just kind of do the 45 till you get till the liquid gets near the top and then straighten it out. You know what I mean?
that's like the 3 inches.
And then you wind up with a decent, the bishop's collar on there, and that works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So you
why
say
I do it,
But
too,
don't
for the
you
most
feel
part.
like it's different with each beer and each pour? Like you see where you're at and then you adjust your angles.
Well, some beers are going to
Yeah,
pour
that's-
certain ways. Some, like if you're doing like I did the thing with Chaz last week with the Orval. That's very funky type beer. It's always going to have a big head on it when you pour it out because it's just so highly carbonated, everything like that. So you work with it as you actually go through the pour, then it settles down. If it's a stout, you're pouring straight down the middle anyway, hard, and then that's going to settle itself out along the line and get the nice little cascaded effect on most of the things. But some beers, like if you pour too fast, it just makes a big head. It might run over a little bit, but then it's kind of like you get to go what works best for you, kind of learn. I just know, like, from when you look at the 2 read it, one is either, if you read like Randy Mosher's Tasting Beer, like one thing is he's a 45 degree halfway and then go up that way, kind of like a Guinness kind of done. And then the other school is the hard pour, like Brian likes to do as well, which it can work for you as well. It's just a matter of when you do the hard pour, you wait maybe a little bit longer for it to settle in.
Yeah, you got to wait to drink it if you do the hard pour.
I'm
And
an
not
old
about
man.
waiting.
I got time.
Yeah. But we all know
Right.
good things come in time, right? So again, if it's a
Right.
good beer, you can
Okay.
keep it for it.
I can smell an IPA. I can smell an IPA.
And then
Yeah,
shout
I
out.
think we got Shannon addicted to IPAs. She's just smelling them now.
It's just her
I
finding
mean,
the right
that's-
one. She's had to
no.
find the right one.
I'm drinking one, Shannon. It's probably just that you smell.
So before I get to the comments, who wants to talk about what beer they're drinking right now? Who wants to share a beer they're drinking?
Well,
Brian,
let me
you wanna
start.
go?
Since my time is limited, let me jump on first. I reviewed this one just not too long ago. This is from Southern Tier here. This is their Orange Twist,
Okay.
which this is a
Oh, yum.
Nice.
I guess they did a collaboration with a place called Perry's Ice Cream. I've never heard of Perry's Ice Cream, but I'll tell you what, I'm an old school Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, and the creamsicle orange is my favorite uniform of theirs. And when I saw this, I thought of the Buccaneers, and I can tell you this is truly like an orange creamsicle in a glass with 8.6% alcohol. So I hard poured
There
it.
you
The
go.
head's gone. This is a fantastic drink right here. It smells wonderful. I wish you guys could smell it. It's a
Brian,
creamsicle.
Brian, is that part of their backwater series or whatever they call it?
This is their specialty. It just says specialty orange twist.
And so you're getting like an orange creamsicle feel out of that one?
Orange creamsicle all the way with
Okay.
a big
Limited
alcohol
edition?
punch.
Is it
Would
limited
say-
edition?
What's that?
We'll get
Is
her
it
started.
limited
It doesn't say. They're just calling it their a specialty. But I don't, have you guys ever heard of Perry's ice cream?
No.
Not a Perry's ice cream, but that beer I have here. I haven't picked it up yet. But I've seen
If you
it
like
here.
the orange sickles, you'll love that.
Yeah. Sometimes they get disappointed in those beers when they try to go for that, though. Some can be on point, and some are just like, really, I'm getting none of the vanilla or the orange or anything out of it. It's just kind of like it can be hit and miss.
I'm with Rod on that. Creamsicles are one of my favorite ice cream confectionery things, and very rarely do the creamsicle beers ever get the creaminess and follow through. That being said, I'll keep trying them until we find one that does. But
Try that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say where you're at, TK, one of the breweries that did a really good job with it down in Cincinnati is Mantry. They did a Dreamsicle.
Mantry.
Yeah. So if you see their Dreamsicle come out, that one does give you a creamsicle feel with it. So they brought it out a few years ago. I don't know if they bring it out every year now, but it usually comes out around April or May or so, somewhere in that area, March maybe even. But that one delivered well.
I'll check it out. I see Mantry around here from time to time.
Yeah. I'm surprised they're not all over the state by now, and they've got good distribution. So
Didn't they just have some drama, like their restaurant closed or something?
they ended up there used to be a fire pizza, I think, used to be there. They went to another brewery, but they brought in another restaurant. So
okay.
A lot of people down there like the pizza one, but they kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit. And
Sure.
it's all good. Went from one spot to the next. Who wants to share their beer next year, what they're drinking?
Go ahead, Mal. You're next in line, I guess. Around that way.
She's muted.
Yeah, that works.
Oh yeah, she is.
You're muted, Mallory.
I muted you when you went to left your thing on. There you go.
I have what's called Whack-A-Brew, and it's the little whack-a-mole game, but with oranges. That made me happy. But it's a blood orange Hefeweizen, 5.2% ABV, by Roadhouse Brewing Company, and it's really tiny print. I think it says Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So, yeah, have not tried this one before. Totally new to me. So, but a little hazy, not see-through. And I'm representing Canada. I got my Le Fin du Monde glass since my other one.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, nice.
So there we go.
If it's Roadhouse,
So you haven't
is it a little
Was
Swayze?
that your first taste?
That was my first taste.
Is it-
Yeah, straight up blood orange and then banana. Blood orange and banana. No clove to speak of, no other spices. It's banana forward Hefeweizen with a blood orange back.
Ooh,
Quite
Interesting.
tasty though. It's really refreshing.
So we're off with two
Hefeweizen
oranges.
is my most favorite beer.
All
case
right,
nobody
Shane. Shane, what do you got there, Shane?
I'm drinking this is a beer that my buddy Matt picked up for me. You guys met him on the weekend. I'm drinking a beer from Moosehead. This is their small batch East Coast IPA at 5.9% alcohol. When I poured this, I got just a blast of citrus in the aroma just from the pour. Mouth feels just a touch under medium. Not overly hoppy at all. Shannon would probably like this, actually. It's not very hoppy. You get a little bit of citrus. It's just a nice easy drinker. Like this would be a good day beer at 5.9%.
I didn't even know Moosehead did an IPA. That's it.
I
didn't
didn't
either.
either.
Yeah.
And that's why it's good to have friends. They're like, hey, I've never seen this before. Here, Shane, try this. And I got guys like, my buddy Matt at work, and of course Ray. They'll hook me up every once in a while if they come up with something that they see that's unique.
Nice, very nice.
I'm
All right.
drinking a Masterhead Brewing Company IPA.
It's not Master. It's Masthead.
Masterhead.
Masthead Brewing Company.
Masterhead.
And
What?
it's been
What?
No, it's not. Beer, it's not. I'm
Trying
drinking
to,
a Miller Lite.
trying to steal my thunder. It's actually.
I mean, when she said Masterhead,
Her
That's
mind-
what
her mind
it
is
is.
somewhere else,
Right?
for sure.
Right?
My reading glasses. Sorry, TK.
Masthead has some good things about them as well.
It looks like TK's mute. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I muted myself so I don't bother you guys.
And Todd, what are you drinking?
I was thinking
What
of
the
that.
hell?
Ted.
Stole my thunder.
Where was Todd at? Todd's like, oh.
So this is one I smuggled out from Niagara. Masthead. Everybody's supposed to take some beers.
Oh, well, you didn't smuggle it.
Well, I know, but I got to sort of do it.
Yeah, but it seems cooler if you say you smuggled it.
Yes.
It's way cooler.
Exactly. Shane.
Such a
See,
badass.
Way cooler.
don't
I mean, if you
worry
didn't declare it, would that be technically
Right.
smuggling?
about it. No, we did.
Only if they ask and you lie. Only then.
Back.
Oh,
Then I said I got her.
I did find a good way to get across the border.
Could've left
I
it.
literally listed out every single thing I had in the car, and the guy got bored with me before I was done and said, "No, you're fine. Go on."
I don't know who you guys get for border agents.
They didn't even ask us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he asked what I was bringing from Canada, and I was like, "Oh, I have a list." And I just started listing off all the things. He's like, "Okay, you're fine. Just go."
You know what I say? Nothing.
Did it have matched what your purpose was? Crossing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
They
we're
asked
gonna
the
go get
purpose,
drunk with
yeah.
a bunch of friends.
Did they ask us on the way
On the way,
back?
no, on the way in, they did. I
They
think.
were like, yeah, like nobody cares who goes into America. So.
No, on the way
Right.
back they asked us too the reason we were there and everything. We said just meeting
I
some
think they did
friends.
on the way back.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
even remember. I think I might have been half asleep.
I was driving. You was driving on the way there, and then I was driving.
Yeah.
home. But anyway, so I'm drinking Masthead Brewing Company IPA. Not sure who brought this one, if anybody remembers, and it's out of Cleveland. Is that
TK.
you, TK?
Yeti.
TK or Anderson, yeah.
Yeti.
One of us. Yeah, we had a bunch of stuff from Ohio, but one of it is me or Yeti. Probably the Yeti.
6.8 ABV, 70 IBU, and a little bit of soup. Pretty clear, really.
It's so the
Bubbling-
the
bubbling at
sunlight
time,
behind it is really like making it
Yeah,
beautiful.
it does look really like.
Yeah. Against that green screen they got. I mean, yeah, it looks great.
Definitely get big.
Hey, that green screen work is awesome.
Wait, where's the tractor? I missed the tractor.
Well,
Where's the
we're
tractor?
outside- Hey, the tractor's got like a
Where's she going?
an FBI sign around it now because.
There you go. Yeah, no. There you go.
Yeah, it's got like somebody set it on fire and stole all the parts out of
Stole
it or
everything
something.
inside of it.
So now there's a big investigation. Yeah, so like
shit.
I
I'm
was
like,
gonna
did
say.
one of my daughter's friend? My daughter has all her friends. I'm like, did one of you all set that on fire and steal the parts? Like I'm well, where-
Bonfire.
They said
Bonfire.
No, but would they really tell
Right?
me the truth? Something a tomorrow problem, not a today problem.
See, these kids are just too lazy to chop wood. This like, hey, let's set this on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and put the tractor parts on eBay.
That's right. There you go.
And what are you drinking, TK?
I have experimental IPA from Land Grant Brewing out of Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, good
So,
boy.
as you guys might know, Ohio State is often called the Land Grant University. So I guess that's kind of the logo there. 4%. The minute you open this up, I'm not a huge IPA dude. The minute you open this up, you picked up them big tropical fruits, papaya, all that kind of really sweet fruit. Not super hoppy, kind of light bitterness to it. At 4%, you could probably crush quite a few of these. So decent beer. I think the Yeti picked up a mixed case of these, like experimental ones or something from Land Grant, and gave me a couple of them. But pretty solid beer.
Very nice. All right, and I am drinking. Actually, I did a review with this with somebody there. I can't remember who it is now, but I'm drinking the New Trail Raspberry Sour.
Okay.
So this is out of New Trail Brewing out of Vermont. Very nice brewery. Pretty tasty sour. Did we do a TK? Did we do this one?
No,
Who did, who did the
is that from Paul? Maybe.
No, this is the
PA
one.
Brewing?
Actually, I brought one of these,
Oh.
but I had some here. And
I
we did a
wish
review.
raspberry sour is my jam. It wasn't me though.
I did a sour with somebody that likes sour there. It might have been Chris.
It'll probably end up being me. I just don't remember which one we did.
It might have been Brian. It might have been actually. We may have done that one there. But this is a very nice. If you remember the color, Brian, this is a very nice sour. And anything from New Trail, I recommend picking up because they're pretty solid in their beers. So the ones I've had thus far. But I was feeling a little bit of a sour tonight. I got another IPA to back it up in a bit, but that's where I'm getting started at. Get some of the comments here. Vanessa in the house, who had mentioned earlier the left-hand nitro pour. She's a fan of left-hand now. So now she has left-hand, Guinness for an extra stout, and Dragon's
Milk.
Yeah, but she's all stout. That's a stout girl right there. Tater in the house. Cheers, Tater. Great to see you as always, my friend.
Hey,
Cheers
Tater.
back at you. And hopefully you're having a great week as we get ready to head to the weekend. We got Rusty in the house. Cheers, Rusty. Great to see you as well.
What's up, Rusty?
Let's go to beers back here. Tater said hello to Vanessa. TK, I said hello to everyone there as well. Hey, everyone.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Shannon. Wait a minute, Vanessa. You said hi, everyone. And then you're like, hi, Shannon. Everyone. Why does Shannon get her own name out there? But we're still all everyone.
Girl power, man. It's the girl power.
See, this is how it goes. I told you, when Shannon's on here, she gets to run the locomotive. I can't do anything to change it. Hey,
She does
Tater.
that every week.
Me
For
and
sure.
Vanessa,
Every week.
we're both Sagittarius. We have the same birthday, I think. Me and Vanessa,
Do you?
December the 2nd, or hers is like the 3rd or the 4th. That's not the 2nd, but we're really close.
That's cool.
Matt, what's happening? There's
Hey,
Matt.
My buddy Matt.
It was great to meet you as well. Amazing. Yeah, it was a great weekend. It was a blast there in Niagara.
Oh my
And
God, it was one of the best times I've ever had.
Lots
Yeah.
of stuff coming out on a lot of different channels, a lot of different videos that already started to hit the internet. And it's cool because you go back, we did so much there. You're like, oh, I forgot about this, or I forgot about that. It was like,
Right.
oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of cool seeing it. And it's like people are sharing pictures in our little group on Facebook, and it's like, forgot all about that picture.
Right. And it was just a couple days ago.
I
It was
know.
just
Yeah.
a couple days ago.
But there
That's
was
the
just
best
so
part.
much. There's so much. Just like
Hey,
people are dumping everything
Shane.
in.
Yes.
Shane, don't you think
Yeah,
I
Shannon.
really sold the picture though of us on the sidewalk with my dirty ass feet?
That was
I
me. I
sold
took that
that
picture.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Because I walked around, but everybody had their shoes on, and I was walking around. My feet were already dirty from the inside, and then I would just walk outside. And then Paul from the Alpinox was like, "You shouldn't walk barefoot out here because there's." And I'm like, you know what? It's already too late. So
Shannon was just trying to shit.
She's like,
Good, Todd.
she's like, are they passing out? I was like, yeah, a little bit.
no,
No, I know. No, and I said, no, they're not. They were just supposed to.
I think it's because she
Yep.
heard that Shane got a $50 tip out there when he was out there.
that's totally, totally.
The real question is, what did you do for it, Shane? What did you have to do for it, brother?
Nothing, dude. I was sitting there minding my own goddamn business. That's the best part.
He was
Guy
just,
just handed
he's
$50.
just skinny. He's just skinny.
Did you get indignant with him and tell him you paid $3,000 for that place?
I did. I did. I said, no, man. I said, I don't need it.
He
I said,
did,
I'm
and I
staying here.
rented
I said, I just rented this, man. It was like $3,000. I don't need your Actually, I probably should have taken the $50 after I told him it cost $3,000 to fucking rent that place.
But from the outside, he probably thought you were lying, man. Because I don't think
Oh, yeah,
anybody
for
would
sure.
think you'd pay $3,000 for that place from the outside, right? He's like, sure, little man. Okay, here,
Yeah.
just take the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why when he left,
Full of drug
when he left, he shook my hand and I'm like, oh, hey, have a great night. And I
Mhm.
stood up right away and went inside. And when I was going
You prob-
inside, I gave him a little wave. So he go, oh yeah, he actually is in there, I guess.
No, you got to bring him in and show it, or else they think we're all squatters, dude. No one's going to think that's legit unless you go inside.
Because it is very nondescript from the outside. That's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
It's very
Oh, yeah.
deceiving from the outside.
The Yeti and I had discussed getting a hotel if it was gross inside. We seen that outside and thought, I think we've been set up. We're going to a hotel.
We're about to
Come
get
on,
robbed.
guys.
We're about to get
You
robbed
guys
out
know
here.
you guys know me better than that. You guys know me better than that.
That's what Ryan
I say, if I said it once this weekend, I said it a million times. Shane doesn't fuck around.
That's right.
I give you guys the
That
best.
place was- I tell everybody about that place. I'm like, that place was so amazing. Like when me and TK were the only ones there, he was probably still down. I thought I was alone in the whole place. And I FaceTimed my daughter and I'm like, look where I'm at. And she was with her friends and I showed her like I was up in the living room and the kid and she was like, what? Yeah. The place was
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I thought I was alone. I thought there was a ghost upstairs.
That's awesome.
Well, TK, we both had to take a dump at the same time because I'm the only one here, and I walked downstairs to go to the bathroom, and one of them said in use.
Yeah, that's why I thought there was a ghost taking a dump in there, and I got worried. I hoped it wasn't going to steal the toilet paper or anything. It was
I'm sure it
a bit menacing.
like a ghost.
Listen, the one place you don't want to run into a ghost is in the middle of a deuce, man. No way. That's the last place you want to be. That's like a spider in the shower. Nobody wants that.
Oh God.
That's bad, man.
That's a viral clip right there. Anyway.
Yep.
Oh, let's see.
We all poop.
I think that was a book that was done by somebody's kid or something. I can't remember who it was.
It's called Everyone
Or
Hoops.
3-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, you know the book. So there you go.
Well, I was a children's lead with Barnes Noble for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Except dudes with colostomy bags. They don't poop.
They don't. No, not at all. They hold it.
I
mean, literally, they hold it.
Literally.
I hope nobody here has to ever have a colostomy bag then, because you'll remember this moment.
They'll already know. They'll hold it.
Maybe not.
They're probably like, "You're right. We got to hold it. You're right. You're right." Emerson in the house. Cheers. It's up, Rod and gang drinking a 90-minute IPA from Dogfish Head, 9%. Time to speak up tonight. Some asshole shot me in the ear last Saturday. Let's get it on. Cheers. Well, I think the guy that shot you in the ear drove the tractor from Todd and Shannon's place.
He must have. Yes. He must have.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
It's all coming together now.
Did Matt not meet Brian?
What?
Did you not
I
meet
think
Matt at
well,
Saturday?
we did
No, you were
discover.
passed out, man. You were
We
passed
did
out.
discover that I was the oldest person there, so I had to, by law, I had to go to bed first.
By
You
one
were older
month.
than me.
No
You're not older
way.
than me.
No
Yeah,
way.
remember we had this.
Oh,
We
Oh,
had
you
this
are. You're a month.
conversation.
You're a month older. You're a month
I'm a
older.
month older.
You're a month older.
I did a lot of living in that month, Rod.
Technicalities.
Your body's really torn up now. I'm
By the time I was born, Brian was in the club
Brian?
already.
How old were you? How old are you, Brian?
55.
I think you probably told me. I think Mal's the youngest, and you're probably the oldest.
I thought Chase is the
I
youngest.
wouldn't have thought he was the oldest.
Chase is the youngest.
Chase is the
Is he
youngest.
younger than Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase was the baby.
Yeah, he's a little 38-year-old little baby thing.
I would have thought you were like in your mid to early 30s.
And that's why I love you so much, sweetie.
You too.
Even without the alcohol. No.
I love everybody without alcohol, and I
It drops
love
just a little bit, baby.
everybody. I love people more.
Roger, are you saying I look old? Is that what you're saying?
Not
Ouch.
at
Twist
not
the
me.
knife the
I'm
other
only
way,
a month
sir.
younger than Brian, so not at all.
Right, that was a no-win situation there.
It was, but you had to swing away anyway. Just swing at it.
Right.
Sacrifice hit. Vanessa said 3D print, choose hand as an articulated one. Here you go. That way you have his hand here. You can always do a 3D print. We'll always have his hand and we'll wave it around.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
No,
What
I
is
don't.
that?
That's mildly terrifying.
I don't
Really?
3D
Yeah.
print or articulate. Neither of those
Cheers.
things can happen on my end.
Cheers to JT and Liz.
JT, what's up?
Jump
So
through
much fun with
here.
them in Chicago.
Brian said cheers to Matt. Hi, Emerson. Everybody's saying cheers. Hey, we got Wayne was in the house. Wayne's Beer Delivery. Cheers, my friend.
Hey,
Great to see
Wayne.
Wayne's got another channel. Y'all know Wayne? I mean,
Yep, I do.
Okay. Everybody knows Wayne here. Pretty much another good beer channel.
You know, I
Got
think
the
I
beer
learned who
podcast.
Wayne was by like this weekend when we came back, and I was like looking to follow everybody and all that
Mhm.
stuff. He was like on the same list of people that was there, and so I think I know him through that.
So you follow Wayne's channel now?
I think so. There's
Okay.
so many fucking channels I follow now.
You try to cover your mouth now.
After the fact, yeah.
After
After the fact.
Right.
After the fact.
My
Edit,
best is never
edit,
enough, but I
edit.
try.
More edits.
Oh, I gotta keep messing with Shannon. Mallory and her crack problems. Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that.
My glass was cracked.
Use a bigger mug, pour it all in, and chug it down. Repeat. That's Vanessa for you. There you go. Harport Pub. You got a big mug. You just pour it all in there and just go after it.
That's it. That's how you do it.
Good old chug challenge, right? We need to do another boot chug challenge.
Das Boot.
Yeah, Das Boot.
There you go.
What's up, Big Daddy in the house? Chicago represents.
See, y'all
Sipping
have
a
code
Beach Force.
names. Everybody's got code names.
All the Voodoo Rangers are excellent IPAs.
They're not code names; they're channel names.
Yeah,
That's what I just said.
Code
That's
names.
what I just- channel names.
Yeah, but they're code like when we went there, I'm like, I knew. I've heard,
not like we're Power Rangers.
Hey,
I mean, we could be.
And
We
I'm
could be
like-
Power Rangers, but we're not.
You're totally going to be the Pink Ranger, man. Rod J, you are all over.
Why do
the-
I gotta be pink? What movie is that from? Why
It's
do I
your
gotta be
favorite
Mr. Pink? No, you never saw the movie? Why do I gotta be
Of
Mr.
course I
Pink?
saw the movie, but you're still going to be the Pink Ranger.
I'm not the pink. Why can't I be Mr. White? We
There's already a Mr. White. He's on his job.
Right. I love that movie. Classic. Harport is a deaf way to go, JT says.
You got it, JT. That's the way to do it, my man.
Look at Brian's dog there.
Oh, there's Wolfie. Wolfie, yep.
oh my! What's your puppy's name?
Wolfie.
We just said Wolfie.
He should have known you too.
What's up?
He's so handsome.
Oh my god!
He's such a sweet dog.
Oh
I
my
love that
God.
dog.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Wolfie.
9.5.
What's his name?
Is Shannon listening
Wolfie.
tonight, by the way? Because we said
It's
like
Wolfie.
5 times.
Wolfie is his name.
Only when she,
His name's Larry.
only when
Larry the dog.
Larry.
they only said it about 45 times.
Well, Brian said it, Rod J said it, I said it, and TK said it.
Yeah, it's
I don't know-
Larry.
I don't
Didn't
know
you
how
hear
much-
us?
I
I don't know how
had
much
to
more you
join in. I felt left out. I had to join in too.
You overtalked everything.
I was just looking at the dog and I wasn't listening.
No, we never would have thought that.
I know it's a surprise to all.
Oh, Wolfie, he's so cute.
Yeah, 9.5 on the Peach Force. I don't know. Juice Force. I don't know. Have you guys all had the new Belgium Juice Force?
I've had some of them.
Any thoughts on it you want to share?
I
I wasn't a huge.
I'm not a huge fan.
They're fine.
I think the Juice Force is way better than the Tropic or the Tropical Juice Force. I didn't like that one.
Was that the Fruit Force, the one that tasted like Hawaiian Punch?
No, that it's just called I think it's called
It was
Tropic
just
or Tropical Fruit.
There's
yeah,
so
one
many
was
of them,
Fruit
it's hard to
Force,
even
one
keep
was
track of them
Tropical.
anymore. It's like every week a new one comes
I was
out.
gonna
It's
say-
like the 50,000th Ranger. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Not much of a fan of their beers in general, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, of the Rangers, I think the Forces were the lowest one for me. Now they're Juicy Haze IPA. That one, that Ranger, that's a pretty good Ranger one.
Mm.
That's pretty crushable.
I got to admit, I spend most of my time focusing on small breweries, not like the big ones as much. Just on occasion, I'll grab something from one of the bigger places. But
Yeah. You know, when I
it's rare.
grab it, it's like when I see it's like if I'm traveling somewhere and I was like, just want something at the hotel, 9.5% in a 19.2 ounce can. Yeah, I'll grab a couple of those and I'm good.
Yeah.
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 When they run out of liquid,
Right.
crack, we just get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why not?
Just buy a bottle of whiskey, Rod.
I mean, you get them for like $2.99 or $3.29 or like that and everything. It's like I don't want to get a whole 6-pack. I can just get a cut 2 or 3 of these and I'm set. So yeah.
Well, you can get them at like gas stations and stuff, so they're pretty easy to find. I mean, they're everywhere.
my dad was telling me a story. The little pub in his town on Mondays, they like do 250 drafts for all the beer.
So what time are we going there?
Exactly. But yeah, they do 250 drafts. They'll have Guinness on. They'll have all sorts of stuff on like that shouldn't be 250, but they do it anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They got
Wow.
one of those. They got one of those Voodoo Rangers in that was like a 9%er. They were doing a full pint for $2.50.
Wow.
And my
Holy
dad was
crap.
like, "Are you kidding me right now? Like, oh, I don't want that." You know. So there were
Yeah.
two little old ladies just down the bar from him, and they both ordered that beer. And one of them really, really loved the flavor, and she asked for another one. And after she took the second one, he kind of leaned over. He's like, "You realize that one's really strong, right?" And she says, "Oh, I'm sure I'll be fine." And so she finished up her second one. She got up to use the bathroom, and she wobbled off of her chair, and she's like, "Oh no, what have I done?" It's like, yeah, that's
awesome.
That's like 3 beers for you. Like you had just had a 6-pack, and she's like, "Oh my."
Yeah, we had a spot. We had a spot in Kentucky, and it was they do $2 Tuesdays, and they'd have like 30 taps, and all of them would be $2, including they were all like probably 25 were all craft beer. So
wow,
we would just go in there on a Tuesday, and like you go in there since they open up in the afternoon, and people will be there like afternoon, night, whenever. Like that parking lot will be full. If you came there like after work, like you could hardly even find a spot because everybody was coming there for the $2 drafts and stuff.
Oh, I
Probably
bet.
a good thing
Can you
when
blame them?
though. Well, but when they all left, that couldn't have been a good thing.
Yeah.
Where was that at, Rod?
That was in Wilder, Kentucky. I forgot the name of the restaurant, but it was right off one of the highways there.
What was that place right down the wing place, not too far from where you used to live? Something
that
meat
was
or something?
That was Buffalo Bob's I used to go to. I saw some videos from out there. Yeah, we get like a 25 ounce, like TK, like Rhine guys, the Truth.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
25 ounce, $4 like 25 cents. Draft.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
When I was in law school, they used to do 25-cent drafts. I think the Yeti mentioned it in the comments here. The bar we worked at for a few hours would do quarter drafts, but it was just Keystone Light. So you would just leave the tap running and just run these tiny glasses of terrible beer through. People would come in and throw like, $8 in quarters down, and you're just like, oh my God, it's going to be terrible. And like, it'd be getting close to the cutoff and be like, I'll have $8 worth of quarter Keystone Lights. You have all these like mountains of Keystone Light everywhere. So I would take the Truth over that any day of the week.
Any day of the week, yeah.
And Keystone Light used to be my beer decades ago.
Yeah.
I was in the Marines, didn't make much money, and a bar just outside the front gate was having penny draft night.
Oh my God.
I only had $1 to my name. I said, I can go and make everything all right with this $1. So I went, ordered my penny draft, gave them $1. They didn't give me 99 cents back. I'm like, where's my change? They pointed to the sign, said, no change. I was like, I had my one beer, and then I freaking went back to the barracks and fell asleep because I was pissed.
Oh, no.
Oh, no kidding.
But they wouldn't give you more beers off of it.
You got to get the story out of it.
Show up with a roll of pennies next time and make the most of it.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. Just like that strip club, that dollar goes faster than you think it will.
Don't be stupid. Hey, they're going to perform anyway. You don't have to put money in for. They're going to do it anyway. I mean, courteous thing would be to put some money in there, whatever, but they're going to do it anyway.
Oh, they'll hit you up in there for the tips and stuff. Actually, one time we went to New Orleans, and we went into one, and they were like looking around for tips. I'm like, you haven't done anything yet. They were still like in their basic thing. They do like 3 dances, like their first one's like in their bikini.
Take some more clothes off.
Like I can go to the beach and see the same thing for free. Like they would get all upset because you weren't tipping them yet. I'm like,
I have basic cable. I need more than that, Rod.
Yeah.
But you can go home. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because it's going to get too.
Oh, somebody record that. Shannon's going to keep her mouth shut. She's never said that on this show before. It is not 9 o'clock yet. So
on the strip club thing, I was once down in Port St. Lucie where the Mets have spring training, and I went into a strip club with my buddy and seen one of the New York Mets there. Nobody knew who he was. He was playing pool. So I came up to him and I was like, yo, I won't say who it was, but I'll say, hey, what's up, man? Aren't you, such and such? And he's like, yeah, and I'll buy your beers all night if you don't tell anybody else. And I was like, game on, my friend, game on.
Oh, no. He entered into a dangerous
But I did tell the girls who he was because I knew they'd sweat him then, and then I'd be in the vicinity, so it'd work.
TK telling people he is not, and then would say the name of the guy.
He's definitely not an outfielder for the Mets. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Vanessa said, my dad always bought ginger ale and opened it and left it in the. Hold on, let me. You just cut me off of Vanessa's comment. Vanessa said, my dad always bought ginger ale and opened it and left it in the fridge until it was flat. He would only drink it flat. What do you got, Shannon?
Wow.
When you're sick, you used to get that, right?
Yeah, the ginger ale, like for your stomach.
Yeah, like flat ginger ale. If you're sick, when I was like, they give you flat ginger ale, but not like just normal.
She's mentioned it a few times.
Well, you know, ginger is just like a natural remedy for nausea. I don't know if the carbonation makes any difference, but
trust me, carbonation is bad for your stomach.
Yep.
Yeah.
She said he just drank it hot. I don't think it was anything to do with carbonation.
We should all drink nitro beers.
There you go.
I do love me some nitro beers.
Dave's in the house. Cheers, Dave.
What's up, Dave? How are you, man?
Then Dave's Beer Front is the founder of the Beer Media Group that I invited you guys into. So that is actually Dave there.
Oh, and Dave, I have that Community Matters Ravinia shirt set aside for you. I have it in my car because I'm assuming I'll run into it at some point, but I have it ready for you.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Ravinia, what a fun video that was. That was freaking awesome.
You guys are drunk as skunks.
I don't remember that.
Did anybody post it?
I know I was there. I saw the video, but
it got posted. Like, it got
posted and shared.
YouTube. Yeah, it's shared.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta check it out.
The video that got posted was all of you.
TK was giving the gas face, and it was awesome.
Yes, because I remember that conversation. Mal was like, "Ravinia, it's like what kind of company's giving them shit?
Yeah.
Like a t-shirt company, a festival." No, the very first, because I've been on YouTube just like trying to, and that was the very first video, was everybody saying Ravinia Festival is doing Ravinia Brewery wrong.
Yeah.
And you all were like,
it was pretty good. I think it was pretty good. You know what's funny? I thought about Ravinia too earlier today. And I was like, because last time I was in Chicago, I didn't meet, he was standing next to me. I didn't talk to him, but Chance the Rapper was there. And I'd have been like, I should have said something to him. Not that I already connected with him, be able to reach out now, but I'd be like, it would have been cool to be like, if we could have Chance do like some type of sponsorship at Ravinia, and he'd be like, give Ravinia a chance. And the Chance the Rapper shows up. And he can actually go back against the festival. But yeah, but
I think we can make it happen.
I don't have his deets, so I can't reach out to him.
But I think we can make it happen.
But if anybody comes across Chance in Chicago, get him over to Ravinia. I think that would be cool. Give Ravinia a chance and have Chance show up. And it'd be a benefit, and people could donate, meet Chance, and raise money in their fight against the festival.
But when we went to Chicago, we met JT and Liz, and we went to a Ravinia, but it wasn't Mal's Ravinia.
No, it was
yeah. Hey, and let me tell you, don't get JT in a place where he can't find a parking spot because he will get pissed.
Oh yeah.
That never happens in Chicago. It never happens in Chicago.
No. He is not a fan of the parking situation for sure.
Me neither. That's why I just stay on the side of the river.
I don't know if it'd be beer school. More like beer after class, like beer detention.
I think he left that comment when you were talking about the different methods of pouring.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did recheck the poll.
The poll.
And hey, if anybody already hasn't checked out TK's website and app, the man has his own app in the App Store.
Do I? I didn't know that.
See, TK has an app.
Oh yeah,
I don't even have an app.
I need that. I need to download my own app. Then it's a beer a day with TK.beer.
Yeah, it's right. It's going to be really hard to see, but right here.
Oh my gosh!
You can download a little app, and it's just basically a link to your website, but it's your own little app right there.
Listen, let me have an app, Shane. Don't crush the dream by saying it. Just
I was saying it was super cool.
Have the app. I didn't even know it was here until 2 seconds ago. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm excited.
That was all through GoDaddy for $17 a month or whatever it is. Apparently that happens.
There you go. Get your own app.
Okay,
well, that definitely works. Wow, they're really getting loud for you now. 45 until 3 inches is the leading pole getter right now.
That's the one I picked.
45 until 3 inches.
I mean, I think that's how most people come up pouring, right? I mean, most people don't know the hard pour instinctively. It's usually something you learn maybe later. So I think like most of the time you're dealing with people that are drinking out of kegs, and you're trying to do that side pour to get as most beer.
Well, I
as
mean,
you
if you like I said, if you go this the Cicerone program, like that first level certified beer judge, it's 45 half and then up. So they only
so that's the approved. That's the approved method then,
right? But before that, it was a hard pour was a method of people. So that's why there's two different schools. I mean, everybody's got 100% either way, right? It's like different opinions on how you should do it. So.
I mean, I suppose a lot of the Europeans do that, right? Like, I mean, when you get them European glasses, like half head. I mean, that's like a heavy pour.
Yeah, I learned it in Germany back in 2000, and now I have to do it every beer all the time because that's my logo for my bar. It's the Hard Pour Pub, always open, always hard.
Yeah,
I don't want to get sued for false advertising by giving a soft pour because
you say always open and always hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He knows what's important, apparently.
That's right.
But over in Europe, it's kind of like there's more patience, right? Like when you were in Germany, from my understanding. So it's not like you go in and you just like your beer. You understand it might take a minute or two. Like people are more, and people have conversations. Was in here in the States, everybody's kind of on their phones and all that kind of stuff, right? But over there, people are actually conversing and they're kind of talking while everything's being done. So you're like, oh, 2-3 minutes for a beer, that's fine. You know, they expect that perfection.
Not only that, Rod, I think a lot of Americans get angry if you have too much head. They think like, oh, I mean, I was a bartender. People get salty. They think you're ripping them off if you give them head on the beer, and you're like, you idiot. It's supposed to have some. I get if like half your glasses, maybe, you know, you get a little salty. But if it comes in just straight beer and no head, I think I'm more angry. You know what I mean? Than the opposite. But some customers expect that, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately, I see more now. It seems that some of the bars where it's kind of that little thin of head rather than where it should be the one or two. And I put that on the managers in the bar. They're not training their people right. Like the people just aren't being trained the way to actually pour beers correctly. So sometimes, you know, I mention some stuff sometimes. I never send a beer back or whatever, but it's kind of like if I order another one, it's like I'll tell them, make sure you put a head on it, you know, because that's going to bring out the aroma and the flavor and stuff too. So
right.
It does.
Yeah. Actually, we showed one of our bartenders before how to actually do a black and tan because she had never been taught how to do a black and tan. And she was like so excited when we showed her how to actually do it and everything. And so it's pretty cool. It's like, I don't know. It's up to that bar owner, manager, whatever. You got to train your people. You train your people, it'll be more welcome by the people that are actually enjoying it. And you know what? They see this stuff happening, they'll probably order more and they'll probably be more involved if they're actually getting that much more better on beer.
Shane, so
yes.
Butter tart.
I found this today, and it's one of the like little butter tart. And I hadn't tried it, and I tried it today, and it reminds me of pecan pie without pecans.
That's what it reminds me of too.
You know what it reminds most Americans of? Pecan pie without the pecans.
What's a pecan?
Pecan or pecan.
Exactly.
There we go.
That's what us Northerners call pecan. They're pecans, dude. Pecans.
Where you're at.
Thanks, DK. Got my back.
We got a pecan with Brian, and we got pecan with Shannon. Like it depends where you're from.
We know what we're talking about. It doesn't matter.
What do you say, Rod? You're from Jersey, and I used to say pecans in Philly.
I say both. I've been in different parts. Sometimes I'll say pecan, sometimes I'll say pecan. It just depends. More than not, I'll say pecan. But
if I'm in the South, I say pecan just to annoy them. You know what I mean? Just to get them riled up a little bit.
Get them riled up.
Like when I drop a water on them and they don't know what to do.
Oh, look. There's the tractor with the yellow tape behind it.
Yeah.
That's a TK. It kind of sounds like me when I say, "Hey, I'm having a youngling." It's just to annoy. It's just to annoy the Americans. That's the only reason I do it.
You know what, man? They didn't know how to pronounce that in America 20 years ago. That used to be the cheap beer when I was in college. So we all drank Yuengling Premium because a keg was only about $3 more than Milwaukee's Best. And I can remember going to bars in Philly and saying, "Can I get a Yuengling?" And they're like, "We don't got no Japanese beer here." And I was like, "Well, good, because it's from Pennsylvania." So nobody had it.
Yeah. Pronunciation. Yeah, well, it's funny. Like some of the beer things, just pronunciations that sometimes people will say stuff. It's like one of the beers back in the day when I started doing craft beer, like everybody kept mispronouncing. They would say Uinta. And it's like, no, it's Uintah. UNITA. It's actually a Native American thing, but they were saying Uinta beer. And
Oh.
it's like,
I don't even know what
it's actually called. It's actually UN, but you wouldn't maybe have got that out there if you didn't kind of know and like put the extra work in to kind of see how it actually is done. And
the Utes.
I didn't know that till just now.
Yeah, it's like after Native American tribes. So
they know what you're talking about. They're just being assholes.
If they say
the one that always throws me off.
Yeah.
What always
Rheingeist or Rheingeist, Rod?
It's Rheingeist.
Geist. I always say Geist. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's Rheingeist.
Rheingeist.
Yeah.
Is it, or is it just the way we pronounce it?
Like it's Warsteiner, not Warsteiner.
I mean, I say Rheingeist, but if somebody says it a different way, I know what they're talking about, so who cares?
I mean, if you were in Germany, you would say Warsteiner.
What is this?
In America, you say Warsteiner, right? So, but it's like just these little different things you learn as you pick up, as you kind of go. I think one that throws people off is kind of the Brauerei. On the beers, it's BRAUER EU, I think EI, but it's Brauerei is how it's pronounced, which is basically for brewery. But that throws off people too. So
I love watching people try to pronounce Weihenstephanen, the one that's really
Weihenstephan. Yeah, Weihenstephaner.
Yeah, I get it.
It's Weihenstephaner, not Westenfaner or Westenfaner. It's Weihenstephaner.
Yeah, I get annoyed when people can't pronounce Goza properly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can I get a ghost? Can I get a goose?
That's my big one. I don't know why. That's the one that bothers me.
Hey, is it Goza the one that's really salty?
That's the salter.
Yeah, it tends to be. It tends to be.
See, I know.
Well, there's a Goza, and there's also the Geuse. Goza, Geuse, G-E-U-Z-E. It's another style.
I mean, when we went to Knoxville at some brewery, we had a Goza. And it was pretty good. It was kind of, I think it was like a watermelon and it was salty, so it kind of balanced out. But
I like the salt. I like the sour of it because it has a saltiness in that one. I mean, I like sour beers anyway. I'm drinking a sour, but with the Goza, it's just got that nice salt back I like with it. Having that with like a pretzel or like a sausage or something like that and everything, it just goes together nicely.
I will say that this weekend has inspired me, especially Brian, with our beer review. Like, it made me think outside of the box, and now I'm like, I'm like, maybe it's just like an avenue I've never explored deeply, and I'm like, there's all these beers, and I might not like them, but I could just take a drink and explain. I thought, like, because Todd was like, everybody's like, he should start a channel, and I'm like, I'm not going to be there all the time because I don't know what I'm going to feel like doing on those nights. But I'm like, it would be nice if you gave me a beer. I didn't know what it was. I could maybe like first you get on and say what it tastes like to you, and then I could, because beers taste different to everybody.
It's a great idea.
We're talking about me.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I would.
Dave,
make the numbers sore, so I'd have you on all the time.
No worries, my friend. We got you, Dave. Tippy Cow ours makes a tasty creamsicle smoothie. I've heard about Tippy Cow before up in the Northeast. Perry's is a northern ice cream, so Emerson knows about Perry's. It's only smuggling if you get caught, right? Yeah. Well, with Mal, we tease her because she's like, I got to tell him everything. I can't lie. Like, okay, she's always nervous about like, what if I do this or that? Like, when we were bringing the beers in, like making sure she had the thing. There she is right there. So it's kind of like, she wants to make sure she has everything there proper. Me, I'm like, if you don't ask the right question, I ain't giving you the answer. It's like definition of I'm going Clinton on you.
Never volunteer information. Just answer exactly what they ask you.
You didn't ask me the question the right way.
I don't think that's who you are, Shane, though. I think you're like me. It would be like if you're doing something wrong and somebody with authority comes around and they're like, what are you doing? I just spill my guts. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I did this. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Or
I'm like that. But like, if they don't ask me a particular question, I'm not going to volunteer the information. But having said that, when I do cross the border for anything, I claim 100% of what I got, just in case.
Yep.
So what? I got to pay $20 duty. Big whip-de-doo. You know,
Yeah.
I'd rather just.
No, you pay for it.
I played a dumb American. I did not know. I didn't realize that. It's like these
You're right.
Americans going to the islands. I did not
okay.
realize I had my gun in my suitcase though. I thought I took it out.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Oh, they're finding that out. They're getting stuck down there, like in jail, and they're like facing 10 years and stuff.
That was him, dude. They just had a bullet, though. He didn't even have a gun. That dude had a bullet or something, right?
Yeah,
3 bullets or something silly. That's tough.
I mean, I forgot what island it was, but they don't play down there. So
yeah.
And I don't know if this is true with Canada, but I think I heard this when we were up there.
It's true. Everything you heard is true.
Yeah.
Is their own like person, and if they're having a bad day, they can they're like their own entity, like each border control person, and it's just like
it's true.
Like work for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So I mean, not so much.
Yeah, but I'm like,
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, you guys ask the Yeti about that stuff. I mean, they cross the border all the time on those tours. Sometimes they let you in, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they give you a hard time about a minor criminal offense. Sometimes they don't. It just depends on where you cross, and
right.
It's Russian roulette, I guess. Whether it's a good day or bad, it depends who's there.
Yeah. Did you guys see the dog when you came back? They had the dogs out searching the cars and stuff
Yeah.
between lanes. Yeah.
And then
We went a different route than you guys. We didn't hit that.
Am I being suspicious by looking at the dog and smiling? Is that like what criminals do, or am I just like?
I was just listening to music, waiting to get pulled into the thing because they were taking so long. I didn't really care about the dog. Yeah.
On the way back.
Both.
On the way there, I feel like I was so hungover and just like done.
No, it took longer on the way coming back into the States than it did going into Canada the first time.
Yeah.
So JT's drinking a Dovetail Square Roots.
We went to Dovetail.
Here's JT.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he loves some Dovetail.
We went to Dovetail when we were in Chicago with JT and Liz.
Oh, I'm sure.
Guys, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna have to dip on out of here.
Yeah, you gotta get up early.
Thanks for having me
Great
on.
to have you on. Yeah, definitely.
Hey,
you would have said
this isn't the last time you're gonna hotline.
You wouldn't say anything about your channel before you leave?
I'm gonna try to get my content out as fast as I can. I just found out my son, who's an incoming freshman, he's been at some kind of band camp, but their little concert thing they were going to do was canceled due to it's supposed to rain all weekend. So I will be behind the computer editing, and I probably am not the most efficient editor, so it takes me a long time, but I'm going to get the content out as quick as I can because I got way more footage than I thought I had. So I got a lot of editing to do. And luckily I did get a review with Rod J. I got one with Shannon. I did one with TK. I'm pretty sure I did. I did one with Mallory. Shane, I don't think we did one this go around, but
we did at the house. We did one here at the house. Remember?
Old people can't remember anything. I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
You got one with everybody but me, Brian. I think
that brand is wearing off right now.
Brian, if we never see each other again, I'm so glad I met you.
We will be together next year.
Next year, for sure.
I hope so.
The plans have already been laid, so the seeds have been planted, and they got a year to grow. So everybody's got a year to save, and it's going to be good times.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will.
So make sure to check out Brian the Beer Snob. Check out his channel. Good stuff.
Thanks, guys. You guys have a good evening.
Have a good weekend, my friends. I'll talk to you.
Have a good night, Brian.
Later.
Tell Ray I said hi.
I will.
Oh my God. Right? I thought his friend was
left hand. Yeah, left hand is solid.
With the lipstick.
Ray is Brian.
Oh, Dave?
Dave. I thought Dave and Brian were like BFFs.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty close.
Yeah.
Ray is Brian's next door neighbor. The one that I was saying, tell him I said hi.
Yes, because I feel like
don't know him.
Oh.
You don't know Ray.
Person.
That's what I wonder. Like, Mal's been down there when they got together before.
She gets confused very easily.
I do. Let's just move on.
Ray's a good guy too. Like Ray from down in Atlanta, he's a good
really
guy.
Nice guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Yes, they're retired there for. Well, you remember that from the interview when I had Left Hand on, I think, Vanessa. So, yeah, I need to get Left Hand back on again for some updates on what they're doing on the brew. I need a few people need to get back on here again. That was a fun interview. TK gives me Penn and Teller vibes. Get a little Penn and Teller acting there. I guess you could like a little bit of a. Which one is the little guy? Little guy is Penn.
Teller.
Teller.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more like Penn.
Little guy's
Okay,
Teller.
yeah.
No, TK gives me like "don't fuck around and you'll find out" vibes.
What are you talking about? He's a fucking teddy bear.
He really is.
Don't be relaying that. I have to be menacing. Come on.
No, you're the best teddy bear.
You to get to Seth Rogen, so take it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Seth Rogen did come up talking this weekend on stuff. Yeah,
That's what I usually get. I'll take Penn Jillette over that anyway, any day.
There you go.
Yeah, well,
No,
Vanessa,
but
yeah.
it's so funny to me because I feel like me and TK are so different, but we were the ones that were like, "Nah, I'm not going. I'm just gonna hang out here." Like it happened like twice, I think. It was just like,
Yeah. I can't hang 5 days in a row anymore. My liver and body is like, what are you doing, fat boy? And it's a disaster. So I got to take breaks.
yeah. I mean,
And in all fairness, you weren't feeling really well either. So
No.
Yeah,
Yes,
you were.
not.
Yeah,
I've got bad sinus problems, so it's hit or miss. Some days I'm great. Some days I can't get out of bed with the sinus stuff. I'm waiting on another surgery, so we'll see.
oh,
Maybe you need to find a
I didn't put
different.
that on my
Maybe
spinner.
it's
I
not
forgot
your
about that.
sinuses, though. Maybe it's something else because if they haven't fixed it by now, maybe it's something else.
No, it's nasal polyps. They just grow back. So I've had 2 surgeries where they cut them out. But now, like the insurance company, they make you jump through hoops. Like I had to have all these minor procedures before they'll finally approve what I clearly need. But, so I had to go through some other minor ones about a month ago, which is what canceled the Kosovo thing. So I'm probably going to have to wait and have it again. Once it's done, I'm good for a couple of years, but I just got to, let the insurance company pays.
It
Yeah,
sucks when it's the year you got to get taken care of, but then after that, you're good.
yeah, but that's the oldest, approaching 63 now. JT says 55, a mere child. Is JT. JT 60. Both. Well, I haven't met Vanessa person, but JT's like a younger looking 62. So yeah, doesn't look to be that age. Liz is waving. Hello, Liz.
Hello, Liz.
And let's see here. 3D print stuff for us who do not have the printers. I Materialize. So that's the place you can do. Yeah. And say Black Beauty from Brian's channel, Sir Brian the Beer Snob, and do all the codes. Well, thank you there. Yeah, Brian just had to take off because he had to get his sleep in before he goes to work in the morning.
He's got to wake up at 2:00 in the morning.
Sweetwater kick lately, aside from the local brews. I like some Sweetwater. I haven't had a Sweetwater in a bit.
It's been a minute for me too.
I thought somebody said he brought the 420. I was like, you should make sure you get Shannon to get some, but I can't remember who said they. I don't think it
Todd
actually
brought
came.
420.
Todd brought 420. Did Brian bring 420 as well or anything? Since he's in Georgia.
No, I didn't.
You can get that. You can get that everywhere now, though, can't you?
Yeah, but we teased Shannon because she wasn't as a huge person on the 420 when we were at a beer fest one year.
Oh, 450, not 420.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought it came to the 450.
450, not
450.
Big difference.
Let's see here. What's the happy birthday for next Friday? Whose birthday? Oh, JT's birthday is next Friday.
Oh, happy early birthday, JT.
Yeah. We'll have a show before then. So
hey,
yeah.
TK had a big birthday, and we all wished him a happy birthday.
We did.
And
we
it
did.
was a very special moment, and
the cake was tasty.
Yes.
It was.
That's good. I got to take care of my guy. I got to make sure he had a cake. I mean, he's not in his family, so.
Did people eat more of the cake later? Because it was like, I think everybody was so stuffed. It was kind of like everybody was like waiting off. It was like only like a piece and a half, I think, at one point that were taken.
Yeah, I think it was just under half.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were still filming at that time, and a lot of them didn't want chocolate in their teeth while they're trying to film. So I think they dug in later.
And Yeti actually asked me the next morning. Yeah, the next morning, Yeti said he wanted a piece of cake for breakfast. I said, I think it's gone, dude. The people ate it.
No, Shane, I post that poutine that was really good, and you were like better than the like I loved the brisket, but the salad was my favorite of that meal.
That
Like,
brisket
salad.
was tasty.
and
Which one?
olive-
Which one? The Caesar salad or the other mixed
She
green
mixed
one?
them together, I think.
At the beginning of the night, I had one, and then I had the other, and I'm like, they're both so delicious. And then I just I mixed them together.
We had brisket and make your own poutine, and you said the salad was the best.
Right? That's what I'm
No,
saying,
it's
right?
Are you talking about that poutine that Paul bought, that junk box thing that was like
No,
a pizza
the-
box full of poutine?
I didn't have any of that because that just looked like I'll be
little
hurting
round
later on.
potatoes.
It
But
was
the
like
dinner, we had the round potatoes and the cheese curds and the gravy that the chefs brought.
That was
Mhm.
the fanciest.
Those
dinner I've ever
potatoes
had.
were delicious.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
Those
love
were
those
good.
potatoes.
I ain't gonna
Oh
lie
my
though.
God.
Suan, those were like the fluffiest pancakes I
my-
think I've ever had in my life. And
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
bacon
those
was
things
on
are
point.
good.
I could literally stay there and kept eating. And I was like, this is not going to be good if I stick because I'm not going to want to walk anywhere
Are
at
you talking
Niagara
about
Falls.
pancakes?
Yeah.
Oh,
The pancakes and the
And the
So-
maple
bacon.
butter.
But that was Sunday. We had the pancakes and stuff. That was really good.
So I
That
slept
maple
in.
butter was awesome.
The maple butter with the
Maple butter.
maple syrup
Luann was a
together.
little upset with you.
I might have been on
Primo.
maple overload. It was
Yeah.
on point. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
No, what? I don't.
Suan was a
Can you,
little-
Rod? You need to speak English. You need to
What?
speak English.
I said it was on
I-
point.
You said it was
No,
maple overload.
something like maple
Oh, maple.
overload. I don't understand that word. It's not English.
Maple.
You'll be banned from Canada.
I was in Maple Overdrive. Is that better for
There,
you?
there you go. There you go. That's better. That's better.
Next time he tries to cross the border, they're going to stop and say, "Didn't you do a video where you said you had maple overload?" I don't think you're allowed in this country.
Right?
Oh, it was good. It was a maple goodness. Yeah. She
It was
was worried.
excellent.
She had like 6 pounds of bacon or whatever. It's like, I think that's just a magical moment, right? I'm like, well, TK's not up yet. Ginger's not up yet. Paul's not up yet. Those are like 3 in the basket front line. So you probably want to make some more bacon.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I think she said she made 6 pounds and there was
Yeah,
only a
she had
few
6
slices.
She has
She
6
did.
pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
So that
So you
was-
guys are some savages and ate it all.
No, TK. No.
That's what it was there for, man. It's
Yeah.
there for people to eat.
Okay, that was the morning we woke up, and
Mhm.
Suan brought Paul back,
Yes.
and she was like, "There's bacon and pancakes in the oven, in the microwave." And she was like, "I text Todd to text me," or no, she said, "I told Todd to
Told
text me, but my phone was dead because I'm like, who cares about a phone when you're on vacation?" And then
Yeah.
so
Screw that
I
kid if
got-
she's trying to reach me.
and so I
Dial 911. There's nothing I can do.
no,
You're right,
no.
exactly. Yes.
And then I pulled them out, and I had 2 pancakes and that Canadian bacon, and I'm just like,
No, it was just regular bacon.
No, it's just
no, it
regular
was
bacon.
Canadian bacon.
No, but that's regular bacon. Suan even said it's regular
Who
bacon.
cares?
Canadian,
It was delicious bacon.
it was delicious
Doesn't
bacon.
matter.
It was bacon from Canada.
Yeah,
Oh.
right.
Right.
Yeah, so that makes it
Yeah.
Canadian bacon,
I think
Yeah.
Suan said I think Suan's called it American bacon because Canadian bacon is like ham.
Hey,
Yeah, it's just round.
Yeah.
every meal I had there was delicious. So
Yeah.
it's just like when I was high, I feel like I'm the only one that got high when I was there.
Well, you went through like 20 gummies or something at one
Yeah,
point.
because it's like 10 milligrams for 1 pack.
Yeah, but it hit you though.
It did.
Right.
It was
does
it was
every
funny as
time.
hell. I was funny. It was funny though.
It was
yeah.
funny.
Does every time.
It was
Oh, I
fun.
don't feel a thing. I'll have 6 more. Oh, too many.
It was amazing.
The rest of us were more focused on the liquid fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
See,
much
that's why-
is not enough for me.
That's why they eliminated Canada because the Americans come across there and like,
All right.
Had your kids.
That's
had
how
your-
we do. Oh,
well, thank you, Wayne. You're good people as well, my friend.
Yes,
we
sir.
gotta get Wayne to one. Wayne hasn't been to the end either of those ones, or has he?
no,
Did he go
No,
to
he's
one
never
or
been
two?
to one.
Because he's
He
right down in
always-
Carolina. He wouldn't have been too
went to
far
one,
from
but
Georgia.
It didn't work out. So
Yeah, he was supposed to come to the first one, and I
Yeah.
can't remember what happened. I think it was something with his daughter or his dog. I don't remember exactly what it was.
yeah, I
That was
can't
years
remember
ago.
either. I just remember he was supposed to be there, and then it was like last second he couldn't come. So
Well, I know one of the people I think pushed it for next year, and that's right in Wayne State. So if that
Nice
happens,
and close this time.
Wayne will have a good chance to get there.
Yeah.
Ain't no one beating TK in the chug challenge. Yeah, your legend was being told there about how much you can chug. I don't think I've ever seen you chug anything though. So
What?
I can
It's
handle
so fast.
business.
It's so fast you don't see it. That's why.
You miss it.
Dang.
you see that
Sounds
guy
like
that goes
a
to
challenge
the
coming up now.
guy that goes to the
Ginger-
sporting events. He actually bets people like his 20
Yeah.
versus their 100. He just like racks in the money because they can't keep up with him.
Yeah, they can't touch him
There
yet.
though, right, Ginger?
Yeah.
He was like the one person that I'm like, and maybe he did it on purpose. I get it, but I'm like, we talked, but I'm just like, he's like a gentle giant, and he doesn't have many. He doesn't like, but maybe he does. Maybe I'm just not his cup of tea. And anyway, you know what I mean.
You haven't used enough nouns for me to go.
I have no idea where you're going with that there.
No,
It
No
is-
idea.
She doesn't either, right? It doesn't matter. She doesn't. She's just spewing
And then it's
words
like,
at this point.
anyway.
I told him he looked like he was from Game of Thrones.
Well,
Oh,
that
yeah,
might
you
be
did say
why.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
I wish if somebody said you look like
I
you're from Game
mean,
of Thrones, I wouldn't be upset about that.
If you put a kilt on him, he might think Highlander.
I mean, look, he does go on tour with the metal bands. I mean, if you ever look at the bands he tours with, some of them are like that Viking kind of, dark metal stuff. So he fits the vibe, I suppose. There.
Yeah, there you go.
But Alan is the most likable guy ever.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Hey, we were all there, you know. Come on.
That's what I was
We were all there.
That's what I was going to say. Shane.
Yeah, she's
Who's this
picking-
Alan guy you speak of?
She's just picking her favorites out of the crowd.
My God. Alan is great, though. He's a great guy.
I
He
know.
really is.
I liked Alan a lot.
Nice.
He was so sweet.
You know what? Everybody was. For a bunch of people who really didn't know each other in person, like, some people knew some people. Everybody just jumped right in. Everybody was cool as can be. Like,
You're totally
and I've been to two of them now. Thrilled with it, huh?
You're totally right. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I said you're totally right. From just everybody from different states, countries, whatever. And
Different
just, it was like,
jobs, different like
Yeah.
backgrounds.
I mean, really, in a sense, it was like everybody knew everybody.
Well, that's the weird thing about this, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of know everybody just because you see them and you feel like they're part of your life because you watch their videos. Even if, like, I mean, obviously some people know others better, but even the folks you don't really know, you're like, all right, I kind of know this dude. Like, you know what I mean? You feel comfortable, which is, I don't know, it's strange, but I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
will say
cool.
there are very few
I agree.
places in this world where I can walk into a brewery sobbing and immediately get 6 hugs. Just saying. There's very few places where a girl walks into a bar sobbing and immediately there's going to be 6 people wrapping their arms around her, trying to make her feel better.
And usually if they do that, you don't want to be in that bar.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
as a
You
woman, as a woman.
yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Don't order a drink there.
No, but,
yeah.
like, I will say this, but I'm like this experience has fed my soul so much with everybody and I know you all feel the same exact way. Like that was just like such a beautiful experience for me, and I know that like a lot of you all this is the 3rd one. That was just
there you
so amazing and beautiful and fun and like
Musical chairs.
all the good adjectives and
All the good
ever.
ones, not the bad ones. All
Well-
the good ones.
Well, you know what was funny? You know what's funny about that this past weekend? It was awesome, and everything that now Rod's gone. Everything that myself and Ray had planned, everything went off perfectly. There was not a single hitch. And when you're doing a big event like this, like you always expect that something's going to go wrong, and you just have to kind of try and cover it up so you guys don't notice. But nothing went wrong. So by Sunday, I'm stressed the fuck out. I don't know if you guys noticed. I was stressed out all weekend, but whatever.
I
It was
saw
all about you
sitting
guys.
on the corner, like, what?
Thinking, when is it going to happen? When's
You're
it
like
going
the-
to happen?
It's gotta happen.
Yeah, and that was exactly it. And especially the Sunday, I'm like, everything has gone so perfect. I'm just waiting for somebody to like knock one of the TVs off the wall or
You're just waiting for the levee to break.
somebody get hurt, and nothing went wrong. The weekend was perfect. It went exactly to plan, and I got home and I'm like, what the hell was that? Like nobody does that. And I was just in,
amazing.
yeah.
I thought
like,
what would
I
happen
couldn't
is
believe
someone would get drunk, try to dunk the basketball, and break their ankle. I thought for sure that was going to
yeah,
happen.
something
No
like
doubt.
anything like
Yeah.
that, right?
That's
But
like,
but there was
yeah.
nothing.
For sure.
The minute I
everybody
see
got
that, move, I
along.
thought, who's going to either shatter it or who's going to break their ankle dunking on it.
Yeah.
Attempting to dunk. Let me rephrase it. We're all attempting to dunk.
hear what you're saying, Ken. I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if you noticed the stuff that I had planned in Chicago. Nothing went wrong. Oh, he's gone.
We lost Shane.
That's a bit of luck. I mean, you guys know for event planning, there's always things that happen and you got to adapt on the fly. If everything goes smooth, count your lucky stars,
Yeah,
man.
it went super smooth for Chicago too. So, like, I don't know. I guess we just did okay on the planning, or everybody was just on board. But
sorry, go ahead.
Like if
I'm
something
sorry.
goes wrong, if something goes wrong, people are like, no, there's so many other things to be happy about. So it's not even that wrong. I mean, what's the worst? I mean, let's not go there, but
no, let's not go there.
Yeah, but no, it's
The worst case scenarios are all in Canadian prison, so none of that happened. So that's positive, right?
is that
That
really
was a win.
But then Canadian prison versus American prison, I feel like you're a little stay at home hotel there kind of thing. It's like,
I,
you know.
I sent my brother
little
a
croissant.
picture of Airbnb, and I was like, I'm in Canadian prison.
Warm
like-
towel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Dave's comment. Well, you know, the funny thing is, Pat McAfee is an alum with me, so maybe it's a WVU thing that takes place. We do like our tank tops. So there you go.
He does wear a tank top all the time for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
but look, did you see? I got my shirt on.
Yeah,
Still don't know what it says. Shaklock.
I think it's
the
Shakluk.
sound
I think
of you opening a beer.
it's. I thought it was Shakluk.
Shakluk. It's the sound of a beer opening.
Pecan, whatever.
He's not listening.
Nope.
Never.
Ranger line always
Oh, I'm
takes
wearing the
fresh. Big
shirt from
Tail
last
point.
year,
There
the
you go.
Chicago one.
Oh, there you go.
Love it.
STK about. Oh yeah, we talked about the quarter drafts earlier. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know what happened to Shane. It's not back on.
We lost him.
This is where it finally goes wrong for him. His internet is now cut off.
Oh
Best
yeah.
strip club near his house, the Claremont Lounge.
What's the best about it? I want to know why it's the best.
There he is.
I think that's self-explanatory.
Because
Yeah.
they can still take their clothes off and you can have a drink.
But there's lots of them that do that. So I mean, it's got to be better than that. I think that's a pretty famous one, to be honest.
Well,
if I'm
the
not
one-
mistaken.
Explain it.
Well, Brian's in Georgia. And it
It's in
wasn't
Atlanta,
that one.
right? That's
Yeah,
Atlanta.
but that wasn't the one that was the famous one. That was like pure gold or whatever, where they had all the NBA players and stuff before,
Mm.
like years ago when they had the whole scandal or whatever. Yeah.
That was back in the old days when NBA players went to the strip club, Rod.
Back in the day. Yeah. Now
There
they just get
wasn't paparazzi.
Nowadays,
Now
Instagram models is the same thing.
now they just get sent to the hotel room. Shane, oh, again.
There must have internet
There
issues.
was something popping up there. Did Mallory get her MGD, which I see everywhere in Chicago?
I was too busy to buy MGD in Canada. I know that it's sold places in Chicago, just my liquor store doesn't carry it. That is my problem. The one that I shop at all the time doesn't happen to have it. Apparently everybody else does, but I can't get a hold of it.
Well,
So
Big Daddy says it's everywhere now.
I know. He also spelled me with 2 L's and 1 L.
Well,
Yeah.
he's drinking. He's
Yeah,
drinking he's drinking the Ranger, so 9.5 might be catching up to him a little bit. He got that
Must
extra
be.
L. All right, let's try Shane one more time. Oh, since the
Come on,
light's
Shane.
not connected, Shane. Let's see. There we go.
Nope.
Nope, there we go.
Psych.
Whoop.
You can do it. You can do it.
Shane.
There
You
you
can
go.
do it all
Yeah.
night.
Hey.
You really
What
got to
the
get off
hell?
that. You got to get off that Commodore 64.
Right, like, I don't know what's going. StreamYard
one of those.
just shut down. StreamYard just shut down on me, so I had to reboot it, and I got back on, and then it shut all back down again. I'm like,
Hmm.
what the hell? I don't know why.
It's like Windows is now doing your update for you.
Yeah, or something. Right?
Hopped up. Cheers,
You
my
have
friend.
to
Great to see
send
you.
your
Hopped up.
I hopped up.
What's going on, Hopped up?
Hopped up.
See, everybody's got code names. I don't know who these people are because they got code names.
PA in the house.
Oh,
Look
that's
at these
Paul with
legends.
the-
Hey, Paul.
You know that one.
Paul was
Hi.
awesome. Paul's awesome.
So while I got Paul,
I might be seeing Paul again in a few months for one.
while Paul's comments up here, you guys know about the whole shirt fiasco of Paul. So we are going to send him down another shirt, and we
I didn't
figured
know
out a
about
way
the shirt
to.
fiasco.
Oh, I told Paul because Paul left early.
Yes.
So I said to Paul, he went back to the house, and I said, dude, leave your shirt there because tonight everybody's going to sign the shirt. So I'll sign it. I'll make sure everybody signs it, and we'll send it to you. Like I'll ship it to you. So he did, and I had the frickin' shirt in my hand, and I was gonna get Joe to wear it so everybody could sign it, but him and Brian were recording a video, so I put it down for I don't know 5 minutes. I went around, and all of a sudden it's gone. And I kept asking everybody, like, hey, where's this shirt? And I looked around, and I had other people looking around for it, and it was just gone. So we figured out a way how to get him a new shirt printed up with signatures on it.
Oh,
really?
We should also
Yes.
make cards too.
Shane, I suspect it was that ghost that was taking his shit.
Oh.
He's left. It was that ghost that was taking his shit next to me when no one else was around. I think it stole the shirt.
Talking about me.
Yeah.
No, I went a couple of them down.
Well,
And
that
I
is
waited
one
for you
funny
to
thing
leave
about
before I came out.
that is one thing funny about the Canada. I'm not sure the whole unisex bathroom thing. Like, it don't freak me out to be
I
there,
know,
kind of,
yeah.
but it's
is
kind
that
of
when you
funny
walk in
because
and
I went in taking a leak and I said something, and it,
at the
Yeah.
breweries.
yeah, no, I'm in there taking a leak, and Shannon responds on something. I said something, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like,
No, I was there washing my hands, and there was a lady walked out. I was like, "Did I walk in the wrong restroom?" And she goes, "No."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, good, thank God." I was like, "I totally thought
But-
I went in the wrong."
But Todd, you feel bad for the girls, right? Like we don't care for the most part. You're probably just peeing. You know what I mean? But if you're a girl, you gotta go and some dudes peed all over the seat, drunk dudes in a brewery. That's tough, man.
I mean,
well, for me, when I
No,
said
but
it
I
up, and
heard
then Shannon responded, I'm like, I feel awkward. Todd's not in here right now.
You're like, what the hell's going on here?
I was peeing. I heard Rod talking before he walked in. But when I first walked in, I'm like, is this the right bathroom? There's no urinals, so I'm good.
Yeah.
And I walked in, but it was like,
It was like the men and women on the door type thing.
She's like,
Yeah.
Rod, is there something you need to tell us?
No.
But some of them didn't even have that. Some of them had like strange symbols, and I was trying to decipher them. Like, what is this one for? You know what I mean? Is this the right one?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Rod, you gotta pee?
Is everything going all right over there?
Oh, Anderson talked more about the Claremont here. He just messaged me. I'm not sure if we should say this, but it's the strip club where they light their nipples on fire and are missing appendages. So apparently it's a ghetto fabulous strip club. I've never been there, but no NBA players at all, but several crackheads plus Anderson. So interesting place.
That should be called spare
it
parts.
sounds like I'll fit right in.
Who sets their nipples on fire?
Apparently, the Claremont Lounge.
Apparently they did.
For $1.50, apparently those ladies.
They're not really their nipples if they're doing it more.
Not just a
Whatever
strip
pays
club,
the
it's a
bills.
circus as well. Yeah.
The worst I was ever at was one where this is crazy. I'll tell you this real quick, and then I got to dip. When I was in the warrant unit, right? I worked in law enforcement. We went down to this club that actually was under suspension and losing their license because they apparently had some underage girl in there who got murdered. So then they were losing their license, but some dude we knew from the neighborhood's girl danced there. And we used to call it the gravel pit because it looked like the girls were chewing on rocks because they had no teeth from heroin and stuff, right?
How many times did you go there?
Once ever. We were hammered out somewhere, and someone's like, "Yo, that dude's girl's over there. Let's go roll up because he's gonna be there." So we rolled up, and when you went in, they actually had a keg of Busch Light in the corner. And you had to go pump your own beer, dude. It was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
The gravel pit. That should have been the name of it. The gravel pit.
I hope I never.
It got shut down, and they all got arrested shortly after. But I got to dip out, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Rod. Appreciate it.
TK.
Thanks everybody for stopping through, and hope to talk to you guys again later. Thank you.
Make sure y'all check out A Beer Day with TK.
Cheers.
And don't forget to download his new app. Don't forget to download the new app.
Shane, I just messaged you. I couldn't find it in the App Store. You have to tell me where you found it so I can get it, brother.
It was right on the main page. I think I scrolled down to the bottom or something.
I'll look at that.
Is it on Android and iPhone?
I don't know, but
I've got an Android, so I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's that then. All right, guys. Cheers. Have a good evening.
Cheers, brother.
The gravel pit. If I open a strip club, I'm gonna name it the gravel pit.
The gravel pit where women
The
spit
gravel
rocks.
Yeah,
Put
so
down the
that
slogan.
StreamYard shut down on me again, so I just switched to my phone, so my audio is going to be kind of crappy.
There's
Yeah,
a
you're
solution
coming
to
through, right?
every
You
problem.
sound fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pecan pie.
Pecan.
Pecan.
She said it's pecan.
No.
Pecan, like from Star Trek.
Walnut.
No, he's saying pecan.
Yeah, that's what Rod said.
Walnut? No. Peanut?
Joey Walnut? Joey Walnuts. That's a guy in New Jersey. I'm from the south of the south.
Doesn't matter. We know what we're talking about.
Pecan or pecan pie is better than fake nut juice milk. Oh, the nut juice.
Oh,
Yeah.
the nut juice.
Oh, the nut juice. What?
You can make the pecan pie with nut. Do you gotta put milk in pecan pie?
No.
Okay, so no.
I
nut
wouldn't
juice
think
or
so.
milk.
No, there's no dairy in pecan.
Yeah. What is up, Roscoe and Disco? Which one is it, Disco or is it Rasco right now? Weiston Fauner is easily compared to Slinkerla smoking. I actually got a review coming up on one of the Slinkerla beers. That's probably one of my more favorite breweries right now as far as overall consistency. I love a good smoked beers. So.
Oh, me too. Love a smoked beer.
I live for smoked beers.
Yeah, if you're not drinking excellent Curla, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you definitely want to get
Dovetail does some amazing smoked beers. They're just so good.
Let me see here. After being stationed in Germany, I was annoyed when people said Hefty Weiss instead of Hefty Weiss. Right? Yeah, it's like Hefty Weiss. It's Hefeweizen. It's one of those little things.
Yep.
So Curla's a business. Yeah, the one I just did was one of their rot beers, and I'll have the review probably up next week for that. But it was so tasty. Yeah. Let's see here. You know it. A beer day with TK. Pure. But yeah, the one I just had was like bacon coming out. It was awesome. Evening, great, beautiful, beery peeps. It's Disco. Disco in the house. Cheers, my friend.
Hi, Disco.
Stop.
And which is up late for Disco too, because he's overseas as well.
That's you.
So yeah, that was me. That was me there. Just reminding people, hey, check out down below if you want to see some of the swag you can get.
Hi, PA. That should be the name of a beer.
Hi, PA. Yeah.
Hi, PA. A super dank IPA should be called Hi, PA.
I wonder if a brewery would be like, shoot your ear off beer. Too soon? Too soon. Yeah.
Never too soon.
You figure it's probably a craft brewery. Knowing the craft breweries as we know them, it's probably someone pushing for it. And they're like, not yet.
Can we get a craft beer that's it's just a flesh wound, merely a scratch?
Oh, merely a scratch, right? And a bandage over the ears, the logo. Oh gosh, yeah.
How about a beer called I'm Not Touching You, I'm Not Touching You?
I go to Canada for one weekend, folks. We got assassination attempts. One way, I leave you all alone for one weekend, and this happens. they're like, you need to get back to America and settle some shit.
Yes, because you're handling that, I'm sure.
Oh man, they need some more beer. Have some beer and calm down. Badlands Chugs, that dude, I'm worried about his health more than anything. I don't know if you don't know who Badlands Chugs is, but Badlands is another YouTuber who chugs just about everything. But it's usually not alcohol. It's usually like Mountain Dews or Kool-Aid, or it is. But he won Nathan's chug thing this July 4th. And dude is big, but it's like
that stuff just disappears like that. So it's like it's gone. It's like I don't even know how it's even possible to do that.
Yeah. You see those like that big as he is, I'm just like, you gotta worry about the health at some point, I would think. And then Joe in the house. Look at Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Worked in the most appropriate time. Well, you know how it is.
Joe, we're hoping you do that, Joe.
Joe's like, that's my cue. That's my cue.
This is where I belong.
He's at work like, hold on, fellas. I got to chime in on this one. Oh, my beer.
Oh, my beer.
How good was to see Joe and see his dad, Average Pops was in the house. So that was cool to see Jack. Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I'm actually drinking the other half right now.
Fancy.
Yeah, who was in there? Oyster Double Dry Hop Pale Ale. This is actually one of their lighter ones. That was like, oh no, it's actually 6% ABV. I almost said 8, but it's 6. So
Well, stop lying to us.
it's 6. I'm not actually. I haven't had a double-digit ABV beer yet tonight, which is different. Maybe because we came off a week of drinking so many other beers, but that was the one thing that was throwing me off. Like at the breweries, it's just like, all right, where's the big shit? Where's like the
big boys?
Where's the 10? Where's it? Like we don't have those here. Like what? Like I think the highest we got like might have been like 8.5. I think at one of the breweries.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's how y'all drink all day up here. Y'all ain't got like the big ones, but
they pace themselves. It's smart.
yeah.
So,
And then the one me and Anderson did, he's like, oh, let's do this review, whatever. Moose Killer, 10%. Oh yeah, let's do this.
nice.
Now we're talking.
We did a barley wine. Yeah. Let's kill a moose.
Moose Killer.
And then me and Joe, I gotta get Joe's uploaded. Me and Joe did a review there together, which is awesome. Yeah.
I know. So you should have hollered. I would have jumped in with you guys.
I didn't know people could fit in that room. Then I saw a couple people had 3 in there. So then a couple people did, push the limit. So, which I will. The one comment that came up, I didn't realize that until I started watching the videos. It does look like a jail cell with that little window in the back.
Yeah, I think I commented on someone. It looks like we're in like prison doing these.
Coming to you from Rikers.
It was really funny.
Right.
Me and Alan just did one in front of the green screen. We didn't even go in the room. We're just like, let's do it right here.
Well, me and Brian did one, I think, in the vault. And then me and Chase did one downstairs. But doing it with Chase was hilarious because, like, the whole thing, like, I love teasing Chase because Chase is just like, we're going to do the cold open first. I need you to walk in, say this, do that, or whatever. And we come back. It's like, okay, all right. So he's like, he's got it all queued up and stuff. So he's got a definitely a good way of trying to use the stuff. Oh, yeah. He's having fun with it. He does some great B-roll stuff on this stuff too. So yeah.
Oh, he's got the best B-roll stuff. Like that's all he shoots is B-roll. So if you're ever looking for B-roll stuff, just ask him because he's got just a library of B-roll.
His attention to detail is really, really great.
Yeah,
it is.
And Chris off the 10th, I think he's got one of the best. And I'm like, what? I look at him, he's using this phone, like a iPhone or whatever, like everybody else is. But his pictures come out looking so much like a professional shot when he does stuff on people.
He's a sniper photographer, though.
He is.
Was sniping those shots. Like all of a sudden, he like posts a picture, and everyone's like, "When the hell did you take that? We didn't even see you." Yeah. He's a sniper photographer. Like amazing, though. It was great.
I think of all the people there, Joe and Todd, because I can't remember when I first met Todd and Joe. Who I met first. I can't remember if I met you first, Todd, or if I met Joe first.
Well, I came to Cincinnati and we did that beer fest, and I stayed at your house that night.
Yeah, but we met way before that though, online. Not to meet in person, but just when we first met, like online.
Oh, no, you probably met Joe first.
I don't know it's Joe because I met Chris through Joe because Chris started his channel back in 2016. Yeah, but after meeting Joe, I met all the Canadian guys that Joe knows like through him. But it was just like all these years later, actually sit and meet someone, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was back in the day when we used to have like 10 people do the hangouts or whatever, and everybody was talking over everybody.
Yeah.
Here we are again.
The Rikers Island Brewery. That could have worked for that room that we were in, Rikers Island Brewery.
Yeah, for sure.
What's up, Ridge? Oh, we did have a blast, my friend. We're going to get you up to one of these. Ridge actually wouldn't have been too far because I think, Ridge, you're up in...
he's in New York, isn't he?
I think he's in New York or I think he's in Mass, isn't he?
Is he?
He's still in the Northeast, so he wouldn't have been too far. And the other half, shelf turret, right? Yeah. Other half does sit around on the shelves here. It's just like, it's not like when other spots where they sell out real quick. Rich said, just got back from my daughter's States All-Star game, sipping on now this is one that will throw me off because I think it's Fidens, but I want to say Finnens when I see it. Double IPA called Acceleration.
When I saw it.
Yeah. But that's pretty popular. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
you're in Delaware?
Oh, but he's from Queens. Okay.
Dude, this whole time you've been in Delaware. You know I'm in Baltimore, right, dog? We gotta plan something to get together. I didn't know you were in Delaware.
Like those states are so flippin' far apart. Are you kidding? Everyone else in the country is like, dude, it's 6 hours to the next state. What are you talking about? Please. Delaware is so far. Oh my gosh.
It's not far.
It takes me a whole day to get to the other end of Iowa. Are you kidding me?
Well, for you guys up there, well, Maryland and Delaware are small.
So if you go north to south for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to Maryland's okay. Maryland it's all right from the stuff I've seen. Again, I'm spoiled because Todd knows like Cincinnati was like crazy on some of the breweries and stuff. So it's kind of missed the scene they actually had there a little bit. But Guinness is doing a beer festival like August 3rd, I think. So I might pop over to that. I haven't decided yet.
Right. I know somebody that can get you some if you want it.
Some of the Cincinnati beers.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
Oh, like an hour and a half from Baltimore. Oh,
actually,
yeah, we
probably
yeah.
could get it better than I could actually.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could actually.
Yeah, that's not far at all. Hour and a half. So, yeah, we definitely got to try to plan something up. Or actually, there's a lot of beer fest between Delaware and Maryland together. So, speaking of which, I got a Delaware. I've been drinking some of that Dewey Beach. That's pretty good stuff.
But Shane, I can't tell you enough times how much absolute fun this was.
Oh, I know. Thank you.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you. Like I said, it was
the work you put in is just astounding. It's beautiful.
It was a blast.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I did all this stuff for you guys. I wanted you guys to have the best, and not to upstage you, Mallory. That's not what I mean. I was, but I wasn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. That's how.
Yeah,
that works.
but like I said,
upstage Brian.
Yeah, like we had such an amazing time, and everybody just kept telling me over and over again what a great time it was. And I kind of feel bad because whoever does it next year, like I went overboard, and I freely admit that I went disgustingly overboard. I went way over budget. I mean, I'm out hundreds of dollars out of my own pocket, but it was such a great time. I don't even care. As long as you guys are happy and enjoyed it, that's all I care about.
Shu and I ended up over budget, out of pocket too. I mean, that's just kind of how it works, because little things pop up and you don't realize what you're going to need until it's actually happening, and then you got to make up the difference somewhere. And everybody's already paid their money.
I mean, it's got to be almost
I
impossible.
feel like everybody kind of goes over, But this event, as the last coup de grace, was all great. Like I was getting all your stuff, so just a little token of thanks that each of you will have your special, because none of the other events had this item, special signature from Rajay Beer Ventures.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back in like 1 minute. My wife has to show me something here. I'll be right back.
Okay. He only needs a minute. Okay. No.
That's
so
a long time.
Hopefully
that was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for, but it was right there. Low hanging fruit. Fling away. So hopefully you guys always you guys will have a special a special signature piece on the way. So yeah.
Is it nut milk? Because nobody wants it.
If it was, I wouldn't tell you it was. I'd be like,
or nut juice. I'm sorry,
like,
it's nut juice.
Yeah.
I'd be like, TK, this is not nut milk. Not.
As far as you.
There's a Sapwood, Crooked Crab, Pariah, Elder Pine. Yeah, Elder Pine is probably one of the breweries I like right now here the most as well. Every time I get there, I got stuff in the fridge right now. I got a drink from them, but pretty solid. But it's funny you mentioned Pariah, because Pariah did close down now and went back to the West Coast. They closed from being here in Maryland. I think they went back to the West Coast. I don't think they closed at all. Overall, I think they just went back. But there's a beer I got to ask Shane about from Pariah that I gave him. I don't know if he drank it yet. I'll have to find out. Every time I hear Delaware, I just think of Wayne from Wayne's World. Hi, I'm in Delaware.
I'm in Delaware?
Yeah. So, Shane, he's still talking. He's back, but he's not back. I love Dewey, Kings of Delaware in my book. Yeah, Dewey's awesome. Oh, Black Flag is good too. I do like some Black Flag as well.
Just to name a few more.
Yeah, name a few more. They got decent breweries here. Again, it's more that we had just a lot. We have more in number than what they have here thus far. No passport anymore. I would have been on the side of the roof with Chew not allowed in this land. Yeah, well, Chew would have had company though.
I know you guys could have hung out and
hung out there.
Pizza in the bed and not done anything. Actually, he said he loved it. He said he was just so relaxed. He had like 4 days where he had nothing to do.
I was gonna say, yeah, that just
he doesn't get that often. So I think he kind of reveled in the relaxation part of it.
Yeah. Are you back now, Shane?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, remember that little post I posted the other day on our page, and it said, "Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts."
Yeah.
It's begun.
What did the other person post something now?
No, somebody else did and called me out.
By name?
Yes.
Was this the guy that was on one of his another video? That's something he's like made a comment about or something? Like
I know this guy who did the video has also called out Brian previously, and he called us both out in this video.
Because there was a video that the person we're talking about had made a comment on this other video this person had did, and I guess he thanked him for saying something, I guess. But I'm like, dude, like, you don't want to go down this road. You don't want to go down this road.
I'm like, I'm just, you know what? It's just, you know what? Don't call me out on a video with bullshit. Because I don't know the guy that did the video. I don't know him. I honestly, I mean, I know of him, but I don't know him. But get my side. I'm more than willing to share anything and text messages and anything with anybody, so they can go, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Don't call me out when you don't know the other side of the story. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's not relevant to your live, so let's just move along.
It's like people just
yeah, it's I mean, okay, we'll move on for right now because everybody watching like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, like,
yeah, exactly. Forget what I said. I'm drunk.
We're not TNT. We don't do drama. Well, sometimes we do drama. We don't do drama too much, but yeah.
I avoid drama like the plague.
I won't go for drama, but if someone brings drama, I'll end the drama right there. That's what I'll say. You know, you want to bring it, we'll hash it out, and it'll be the end of it. Period. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. But Rich had mentioned a Pariah earlier as a brewery he likes here, and I forgot to ask you. I don't know if you tried that beer I brought for you, special beer with the pancake.
Oh yeah, the pancake beer. Yeah. I gotta try that.
It was a coffee blonde something, but that was from Pariah Brewing. So I don't know if you did that, but the can had pancake with syrup being poured on. I'm like, I got to get this for Shane. And Pariah did some really good beer.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that one.
Yeah,
can't wait to try it. Sitting in my fridge.
Excellent. Shane's like, let me put this in a secret spot right now.
Oh yeah. Make sure nobody grabs it by accident, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dave got a hold of that pickle beer before anyone else got there too.
Yeah. Oh, there was a pickle beer there too. Yeah.
I brought one pickle beer, and Dave came up to me. He's like, "Has anyone called dibs on that pickle beer? Because I've never had one, and I was wondering." I'm like, "Dude, get it in your bag now, otherwise you might miss out, man."
Gave it to him.
You better grab it now. It's the only chance you got.
I will say that Goose Island that you brought, the Blantons, that was so mellowed out. That was pretty smooth.
God,
that was so tasty going down.
Well, 4 years bottle conditioning will do that.
Yeah, it was on point.
Yeah, that was spot on.
Riz said, "LOL, nut juice? What the?" Yeah, that goes back a few conversations, but basically almond milk. There's no cow involved. It's a nut. So instead of calling it almond milk, it should be nut juice, not almond milk. But nobody wants to buy it under the name of nut juice. But I'm like, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Next year, Rod has to rap Missy Ellis 1 Minute Man during karaoke.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I tell you what.
Wait, what song did you dedicate to Shane? It was the I Wish, I think, was the song.
Oh, we did Skilo, I Wish, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was damn funny. That was
Yeah.
damn funny.
We did that with, but the jump around, that was like everybody kind of went crazy when that was there.
Yeah.
Poor
That was
TK was
great.
all out of breath. He was like, "This is great. Let's do Ice Cube next. Let's do this." Like easy. It's a
Yeah,
family-friendly crowd right now.
Simmer down.
Oh, that was a blast. I'm just waiting to see somebody come share that video because like
I
I
didn't know
haven't
TK
seen
was
I haven't
such a
seen it from
rapper.
outside of actually doing it there. Huh?
I didn't know TK was a closet rapper.
Oh, he was like
Right?
wanting to do that. He was wanting to do some other ones. I'm like, yeah, he's got the hip hop stuff down.
Was
Oh,
it-
for
yeah.
sure.
Does Chase said he has all the videos of everybody karaokeing?
Well, Shane has some of them too, though. I think Shane has to jump around probably.
I'm
and
the
other
only
people.
one.
I do,
that
yeah.
has all the, I'm the only one who has all the bearded men doing Barbie Girl, though.
They did I didn't do the Barbie Girl though.
Yeah, I was
No,
saying
this
it
was
either.
later.
Yeah.
I didn't do that one either.
I got 3 or 4 multi-facial haired people out
I
there.
did see the
singing Barbie
video.
Girl.
I did see the video pop up from last year's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh God.
I haven't watched it yet, but then we did it this year's Bohemian Rhapsody. So I'm kind of interested to see how that one turned out now. We're side by
Classic.
side with the two.
Yeah, in comparison.
But be back
I
in a second.
remember doing that one.
Okay. Yeah, there were a lot of happy singing taking place there. I'm still upset, like nobody got Paul doing Jesus Christ Superstar, which everybody said was the people that heard it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. Of
No,
all the
I
vi-
did,
of all the
I
ones
did do
not to
opera
get.
with him though later,
Mm. I heard that too. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I didn't know the lyrics to the song. Like I knew the general melody, so I was kind of faking it. But
Let's see here. RAR. Yeah, RAR, they do pretty good. I enjoy their beers. Yeah, they did it. This is July. This happened back in May, I think. So they went ahead and closed it here. They were going back. I think they were going back out west. I don't think they were completely closing. So it just didn't get a good run here for them. Sir King Buffalo, Joe, my man. Joe's a legend. That's a legend right there. First Tupac and Biggie, now Shane and Mr. X. Shit is getting real. Yeah. Yeah, there's some drama. I haven't had drama in YouTube in years, right? Because most of the drama queens we usually just kind of move away from, but now we're having this thing emerge, and it's just like a jealousy type thing taking place, and it's just like, don't know what to tell you. Yeah, back in, I guess was it 2019?
Hands up and back away, right?
Yeah, just like 2019, because you said it was for 2020.
Sorry, the Goose Island Blanton's was 2021.
2021.
Release,
Okay.
and it was aged in the Blanton's barrels. But it was
So almost 3 years then, not 4.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, it was in the Blanton. Which I might have that here, actually. I can't remember. I got so many Goose Island in there. But it was so smooth.
But
and
I've been holding on to
delicious.
that one for a while, and I thought this is the best place to bring it. So
Did you drink the other one there? Did you get to share the other one as well?
yeah, both were had. Yes.
What was the other one? The other one was the
The other one was the one with oh gosh, it had
that's the one that was in the box too. That was like the more
coriander,
fancier.
cacao, and something else. I can't recall, but yeah, it was just another one with adjuncts and stuff. But it was really beautiful. Again, 3 years bottle conditioned, so
Okay.
really, really nice.
Yeah, it's funny. I think I did the other half. Maybe I did the sour with Dave. I did the other half with Brian. I don't know. I remember I did it, and I was like, I got to save a little bit for Todd because Todd's like been winning some other halves. I gave the rest of Todd there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did.
I know I
Yeah,
did
'cause
one
you gave
with
to
you,
me right
right?
after you come out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did one with you, right?
I don't think we did one.
I think we did. There were 3 people.
I know.
Yeah, I think you all did. I think you all did one.
Did we?
I think so.
Who did it? Who ran it then? Do you?
I don't remember.
Because everybody has some different videos and
It
stuff.
was
that were
later in the
popping up.
evening, and I was pretty far gone at that point. So
I remember everybody's trying to throw
Right.
off like me and TK or
Nice.
me and Joe. Like everybody's coming to the window and they're kind of doing. I know Mal was like they're kind of doing stuff trying to get her done. Like we're professionals. We're not going to fall for that. You can't get us on that. Like we just kept going right along with it.
All right, so drinking game. We watched that video, and every time your eyes look up at the people who are back there at the window messing with you, everyone has to drink.
Ah,
there you go. Every time we actually distracted somebody, you got to drink.
Did you get people distracted though? Because I didn't get distracted. I don't think at all.
We
Really,
did.
so,
We did.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that Ravinia might be one of my favorite ones that we did there in the park.
That was ridiculous.
That thumbnail looks like a throwback album cover when you look at the thumbnail.
Yeah,
like you can put that like as a round.
Owners to catch wind of it now.
I posted out there on Twitter and Facebook and other areas. I think it's on Chase's that I shared it from there too, and yeah, that would be funny. And then Chase also added the article from the news station in there too about taking place. So yeah, hopefully well, I mean, not that we're going to we have that much of an effect, but hopefully other people can catch on and kind of be like, music festival, leave them alone. They're just making beer, you know.
I feel like there needs to be an F festival challenge or something.
yeah.
Like we have the FU winter challenge or whatever. We can do like an FU festival challenge.
Yeah.
Drink a beer and tell them to F themselves.
Drink a beer, save a brewery. You need to put out a t-shirt. Have Ravinia logo on the back. Drink a beer, save a brewery, and put Ravinia logo on it.
Actually, yeah, just the front of that is just a great shirt. Drink a beer, save a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ravinia should roll with that. Go ahead.
Sure. Yes, please.
Jot it down. Take it to your people. Tell them it came from the Rod J. Beer Ventures marketing agency.
My people are nervous and not able to order merch until we know what's happening. I'm afraid it might need to go on your merch list, man.
Oh, I can make it and put it out. I mean, I can make it. All I need was your logo, and I can make it.
Oh.
Then
we're actively not putting our logo on new things is the problem, because we don't know if we'll have to change everything. So
that might be
multi-million-dollar music festival going after a brewery. So
yeah, but if you just skip our logo and just make a shirt that says "Drink a beer, save a brewery," I kind of love that. Just on its own.
That is pretty good. I could kind of do that.
It's just beautiful in and of itself.
Kind of goes across the board for all of it, really.
Yeah, it goes across the board for everybody. I think.
Let me get my Shannon notebook over here.
There you go. Make some notes, Rod. Make some notes.
You guys watching? Don't be stealing my shit for your merch out there, by the way. This is going to the
tomorrow. I'm gonna go. Hey, Rod, I came up with this idea. What do you think about it?
No, I think that's beautiful, and I think it should be out there.
Okay.
That being said, I am out of beer and need to run downstairs, so I shall return momentarily.
I don't even think we asked you what your second beer was. I know you had another one.
Oh, yeah, no one asked, but I had from Church Street Brewing and Wilk County Brewing. It was a collaboration. It's a Vienna-style lager, 5.2%, and they actually called it Der Kommissar, and when I hear that, all I can think is Der Kommissar's in town. Ow! That song. Don't turn around. What? I don't know what a Der Kommissar is, but
it's like, I don't know, like a Russian leader or something.
But take a second and appreciate the stained glass can art of like the eagle.
Well, the artwork is pretty solid. It's colorful. Beautiful. Yeah, which is a shame. The brewery that me and Ray went to, you guys didn't get a chance to see. It was done in an old church. It was Brimstone. I'll share pictures stuff on it, but you'd have liked it. Oh, you got the Brimstone beer. Yeah.
I was gonna say this is my second one. I was getting ready to say after.
Nice.
Yeah, like your taster, everything is done church related. So your taster flights, it's like 5 of them, but they bring it to you like in a cross type thing, which is pretty cool. So it was a neat little thing there. Yeah.
All right, I will be right back.
Okay, you and Shane, hopefully. Shane disappeared again.
I'm almost done with it now, but.
So which one was it? Which one was it from Brimstone?
Midnight Mass, but it looked at the counter.
Oh, I've had that, the stout. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Midnight Mass Chicory Oatmeal Stout.
So here's the funny thing. I don't know if you heard about. I don't know if you heard what happened when we went to Brimstone.
No, I don't think I did.
I was telling Shane, I was telling Ray to tell you because I was saying, yeah, Rajay comes to deal, we come to Canada, we get a Rajay deal. So
of course, yes.
we went to Brimstone. There's Shane. We went to Brimstone, and Ray actually does some work there with the brewery on different stuff like their sound stage and things like that.
Yeah. I think he told us.
Yeah. So we were drinking the drafts, and we're like, "Oh, we'll get some beers to take back or whatever." And I was going to get some to sample that they didn't have on tap and everything. And one of the people there, one of the owners, is like, "Whatever they want to take back, just put it on the house so they can have it for the beer tuber thing." And so we were ready to pay, and they're like, "Oh no free." And I'm like, "Well, I got like 3 or 4," and they're like, "Just put them in the box. You're good."
Good. Yeah.
I'm like, "This is great. Come to Canada. Rajay deals are in effect.
Full effect. Yeah.
Full effect.
Canadian style.
Best prices ever. Free."
Screaming to me on that one there. I'm like, all right. I think Ray did tell us that. I think it was.
Yeah, so that was nice.
It might have been that Friday when we was at his house before we met up with everybody else, and I think he
was
saying, hey,
we were sitting in the backyard and everything. Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm gonna pop off.
Okay.
I'm getting kind of tired anyway. But hey, great to see everybody. I wish you were still here.
I know.
It was such a blast. Yeah.
For the love of God,
such a great time. Thanks again for everything you put together.
Oh, no worries.
I wish I was
my pleasure. My pleasure, guys. Honestly, it was a lot of fun.
It was awesome.
Anyway, you all have a great night.
All
and
right.
Don't forget, only 100% Canadian maple syrup.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let Sue Ann know we said hello. So.
Yes.
I will. For sure I will. Have a great night, guys. We'll talk soon. Okay?
All right, later.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, good fun time there. I hope he's not stressing out right now.
Oh, I know.
I think he's less stressed than he was a few days ago.
No, not about that. Not about the thing.
No, I think this kind of stress is way less than what he was feeling a few days ago.
Yeah. Just like.
So I got Slow Pour Brewing, Frost City Churros.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Cream Ale.
Ooh.
So kind of fun. Gonna love it. Our Frost City Churros Cinnamon Cream Ale is the perfect liquid snack to enjoy between coaster rides and caramel apples. Remember, the perfect ending to a long day at the park is always a delicious beer, so grab a pint before the gates close. They used Saaz hops.
Saaz.
So that's cute.
With
Saaz, I like the can art. The can art's fun. Has the little churro guy with his cane and his little hat.
Yeah.
Out at the fair.
There you go. And JT said he thinks he had the Commissar beer as well.
Oh, nice.
Paul says, hopefully the brews I brought were enjoyed. I'm sure they were, Paul.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have a couple of yours that I brought home too, so I haven't dug into those yet.
Paul had a few of the Brimstone brews. Too. Yeah, the Brimstone. I mean, when we came back from the brewery, I think they gave us we didn't take a full case, but it was probably about 16 or 18 beers. Look at that head.
Perfect 2 fingers right there.
There you go. You might know a little something.
Oh, that shit's delicious. Ooh. Oh, that's a really good beer. Oh, I'm happy.
Beer makes me happy. Happy, joy. Happy, joy. Yeah. Yeah, beer's a good thing. But it was nice to get different impressions on different things and how people are doing stuff. Beer reviews and things like that. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see how other people kind of do some stuff and
getting Paul from the Alkanauts to finish off a bottle of Malort for me.
Oh, he did finish the Malort for you.
Did you? You didn't hear the story.
That's maybe why we didn't see him till Sunday as early.
I am so excited to share this story with you.
All right.
So, I had been either out puffing or I was downstairs. I don't remember which. But when I came back into the room, people were gathered around the kitchen island thing there. And they had apparently been taking that Budweiser Select 55 beer.
Ooh, yeah.
And talking about how it's like the worst beer ever, right? And there was a bottle of Clamato juice on the counter.
Yes.
And they had done half and half with the Clamato juice.
And a Select.
With the Select 55, yeah.
Okay.
And Paul had tried it and was so horrified by the flavor just as I was walking up. And I was like, what are you making that face for? What did you do? And he's like, no, this is the worst beer ever, and it's with Clamato, and it's terrible. I said, it can't be that bad. And he said, I'll tell you what, if you finish this, I'll finish off what's left in that bottle of Malort. And there was about 1.5 inches in there still.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and went, okay. And he went, wait, what? I said, okay. And he's like, no, you're not going to finish this. It's awful. You're not going to do this. I said, give it here. So I took it. What he doesn't know is that I am a huge Bloody Mary fan. I am a huge V8 tomato juice fan. I can drink Clamato by itself. And I had no issues because honestly, it covers up the beer. So I downed that entire glass of the Clamato Budweiser Select 55. And he's just staring at me. His eyes are huge, like dinner plates. He's like mouth hanging open, just horrified. And then I said, okay, drink up, Buttercup. Here's the bottle. He threw that shit back, and he threw back the whole bottle and finished off that last 1.5 inches in the bottle. Threw it back. And the faces he made faces for a good, I'd say 45 seconds. And it was a beautiful moment of absolute horror.
Did you record him throwing back the Malort?
Somebody
take
did.
a video?
There were 2 cameras out, so somebody did.
Yeah.
Anyway, when he went and sat down, it must have been about half an hour later when I walked back towards the island, and I looked and I saw that if you tilted the bottle, there was still just a little bit of Malort in there.
You're like, hey, buddy.
So I went back over to him. I said, you said you had finished the bottle, and you kind of didn't. So I need you to actually finish that because that was the bet. And he was like, why are you so mean? Like, you made a bet, man. This is what happens. In fact, after that exchange, I had made myself another of the Bud Select with the Clamato. I was like, no, I'm good.
No, why would you go back for more Bud Select?
You don't taste the Bud Select. I only tasted Clamato juice, and I like Clamato juice.
We need Clamato with a better beer. Don't use the Bud Select.
It didn't matter to me at all. Have you done those canned ones that's like the Clamato
the Bud Light? I've done it before, yeah.
Yeah. Chew and I drink those often.
I wouldn't actually, yeah. I've
those
done it before. It's not something I'm up for.
So
right,
it was really funny because I made him do that last little sip at the end there too, and he had a little trouble after that. He was pretty far gone. Did you hear about him almost killing Ellen?
I did not. How do you almost kill?
Me and Alan were sitting next to each other on the couch. Paul finally realized that maybe he had a little too much, so he's saying his goodbyes. So he says goodbye to Chase. He says goodbye to Shannon. He says goodbye to Todd. He comes to say goodbye to me. And I couldn't get up from the couch, so he's trying to help me up from the couch. He ends up falling across me and Alan on the couch. And I said, well, while you're here, hug Alan. So he hugs Alan while he's laying across both of us. And then he's trying to get up so he can hug me. And Shannon wanted Todd to take a picture of him laying across us trying to get a hug. And Todd didn't get the phone out fast enough. And he was already standing up. So she was trying to convince him that he didn't hug Alan properly and he needed to try again. Paul was not having any of this because he had just laid on top of us trying to hug people. So he went around the back of the couch and did a half Nelson hug on Alan. And he had his chin and had his arm. And Alan's sitting there with his beer in one hand. So hold on. He had a can of beer in one hand and he can't get the beer to his mouth. And he's sitting there I can't. He was trapped at the back of the couch. And this lasted an unusually long amount of time. I'd say
it really did.
5 or 6 minutes he was holding him like that. And Shannon's still arguing with him that it's not a proper hug. And eventually I'm sitting next to Alan and I can feel him quivering because he can't breathe anymore. And I just kind of tilted my head back and I looked up at Paul. I said, "Hey, Paul, can you get me some chips?" And he was like, "Sure." And he reached out one arm behind him, but didn't let go of Alan. And Todd's like, no, those are the ketchup chips. She wants the all-dressed chips. Those are further. So he let go of Alan to get me a bag of chips, and he brought it around and gave me the bag of chips. And I looked up and I went, "Thank you." And at the same time, I brought my head back down. Alan leans over and goes, "Thank you." He's free. He's free. All for a bag of chips.
So right now, the 45-degree halfway to straight is tied with the 45. And then to about 3 inches. So those are the two pours that are tied right now.
You know, I'm hearing actual fireworks, like professional fireworks.
Are you sure they're fireworks? You are in Chicago.
I am in the center. Just like you.
Oh, it'll never get out there. It'll never get out there. Yeah. Hey, how crazy was it last week when you guys got? Well, not last week. This week when you got back with the whole tornado thing I heard about. Like the tornado was at O'Hare, like, and they had people hunkered down in the airport.
Yeah, we were driving back on Monday, and we ended up having to stay in Indiana overnight because the storms were too bad. We couldn't keep driving in it. So yeah, we got a hotel in Indiana, and we were fine for the evening. But we were supposed to get home that night because she had to work the next day. That meant we didn't get home until he had time to like shower, and then I had to take him straight to work. So that was unfortunate.
If you'd got to Sellersburg, you'd have been with Todd and Shannon for another day.
That was a little bit out of our way. We're not going to take that far south. We stopped in Howe, Indiana, Howe. It's right on the border with Michigan. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we stopped right on the border Michigan border. Yeah. But we survived the storms and got home. It just took a little extra time. So
JT says Malort isn't all that bad. But I got a question. What you been drinking, JT?
Yeah, JT, I do question things when you say stuff like that.
But he says, don't get me wrong, it's not good, but it's not undrinkable.
See, I agree, JT. Like, maybe I heard so much bad about it. Like, it's not great, but it's not the worst thing ever, I don't think.
Well, why don't you finish the bottle then, Todd?
I had 2 drinks out of it.
It is not.
I drank more than. Besides Paul,
you drink more than me. I only had the one, so
James,
I drink more than probably other than Paul. I'd say.
Yeah.
James, this is not a joke we invented to fuck with tourists. This liquor has been that bad since the 1800s. It's literally been a joke. It's made all itself. Nobody made that a joke. It's just when you recognize that something's bad. I don't know if you remember the commercials. I don't remember what the commercials were for. It was very poor advertising, but it had the 2 raccoons at the trash can, and one of them pulled out a thing, and he was eating it, and he was like, "Dude, you got to try this. This is terrible." And his buddy's like, "Well, I don't want to try it now because you said it's terrible." He's like, "No, seriously, dude, you have to try this. It's like the worst thing I've ever tasted. It tastes like," and the guy's like, "No, I don't want to try it." And to me, that's what Malort is. It's like, we have this thing that's made here in town. It's been made here for fucking ever. And yeah, it's like, dude, we have the worst thing. You totally got to try this. You know, it's just that mentality that people have.
Paul said his power was out most of the day Monday after a quick, crazy storm.
I think we drove through that storm, Paul, because we were on our way. It was in Pennsylvania. We were like, couldn't even see it was coming down so hard.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys had,
it was.
Ohio was scary when we were over there. Like we had some scary moments in Ohio. Could not see the road in front of you. Anything.
Yeah, that's kind of might have been right in the crossing through that whole area. Is like, oh man.
I'm just super glad we were able to find a hotel instead of an underpass. I didn't want to sleep under an underpass that night.
No, don't want to do that. Now we got Joe sympathizing with Malort. Malort wasn't that bad. Mallory twisted my arm into trying it before I left.
What?
And wow, it's not good. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
See, I agree, Joe. That's the same. I was like, maybe I've heard so much bad about it. I just assumed it's going to be terrible. But I was like,
what do you mean? I twisted your arm. I took a shot and I handed it to you, and you said, "What's this?" I said, "It's Malort. It's a Chicago thing. You got to try it." And then everybody else joined in, like, "Oh yeah, you haven't tried it yet. You haven't tried it yet. Try it. I was not twisting nothing, man. Hands off, no twists.
I'm just glad me and Joe are on the same
Just
page.
say it.
Not great, but it's
I
But
just
no one was
handed you a
buying it,
shot.
and it was no longer made here until it was so-called Chicago Handshake became a thing circa 2016. Yeah.
No, it was made before that because I had it before that.
You get anything to Paul. Paul's going to drink. Hey, Paul, try this. All right.
Yeah. And most people were like, TK was the same. He's like, what is it? I said, it's Malort from Chicago. He said, oh, great. Okay. He threw it back and he was fine.
Totally didn't go down like that, Miss Drunker Pants.
It totally went down like that. Everyone else was twisting. I twisted nothing. There was no twisting.
So I had a question here. I gotta get a beer, actually. Did you get in a beer, Todd?
No, but I need another one.
Somebody asked me earlier, I think it was Albino asked me, like, did you guys have a favorite brewery you went to? And then a favorite beer that you had? Like, I had a favorite brewery for one, but my favorite beer came from a different brewery. That was my favorite brewery.
Yeah.
Oh.
Same here.
So.
I don't know. Think about that one.
So my favorite brewery was actually Oast. I really liked her leading us to
Oast
beers.
was
I
your
thought she
favorite
did a
brewery.
really nice job. I thought it was really fun. She gives some insight into the brewery and like the back of the house stuff, and a little bit into her, like the barista thing with the foam art. Like I thought that was really interesting. I had a really nice time trying the beers with everybody around the ping pong table. Like I felt it was good. And then we get to go out back and have some more beers, you know.
Right.
But my favorite beer of the weekend was the black lager from the Silversmith.
Oh, okay.
From the breweries, at least. The Silversmith black lager was the best.
That's the one I got around for everybody, right? I got around for everybody on the black lager. Yeah, that's right.
That was my favorite.
I know what the people like.
Theirs.
Yeah. I was like, I know what the people like. Let's get that black lager, get it going up in here.
It was beautiful. It was really nice.
I cannot remember.
Whipped with the focaccia bread that was really good too.
Do you guys remember at all? I don't know if you guys talked to her or not, but the person that we had as our server, she was part of a band. I was trying to remember the band's name because I was going to follow her on YouTube.
I was going to say that was my favorite brewery was the old church one. That was where that was at, Rod.
Yeah, that was that one.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Silversmith.
I can't think of the name of it.
But I can't think of it was something Fang, I thought, and I was trying to remember because I didn't do it at the time. I should have done it at the time. She showed it to me on YouTube, but I didn't go on my phone and mark it, and I should have. But
didn't she say she was the lead singer or something?
Yeah, she's like the lead singer for it. Yeah.
Well, there's got to be like a history of searches or something, right? You can.
But it was on her phone. It wasn't on my phone. She pulled it up on hers, and I didn't. I should have pulled mine out and did it at the time.
I bet you can find, if you like look at the social media for Silversmith Brewing, you'll probably find things where she's linked to them for one reason or another.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
What about Todd?
I'd say that one, as far as like just I always kind of like those buildings where they redo them and like churches and stuff like that. Even though I'm not a church person, person, but I like the breweries inside of like old churches like that. And then Oast too,
see, you'd have liked the Brimstone because that was in the church as well. So you'd have liked that.
And I thought Oast was cool too. I think the setting in general there was pretty cool, like the Outback thing or whatever, doing all that else. Yeah.
I did really enjoy the overall experience at the very first brewery we went to as well.
Saturday.
Yeah, the first one.
That's Counterpart. That's Counterpart on Saturday.
Yeah, Counterpart.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the overall vibe there. The owner was super nice. Got to chat with him for a little bit. Like, the beer was excellent. There was not a single beer where I was like, like all of them were good though. So my favorite beer came from Silversmith, but overall I was more impressed with Counterpart.
Yeah.
I thought you said Oast. Or just the experience.
Oast was the vibe. Oast was the space and like the feel and stuff. Like I was really feeling that. But overall, like top brewery of the whole weekend, I feel it had to be Counterpart. Because they had the vibe as well as like all the beer was good. So.
What about you, Todd?
Yeah, the church. Would you say that was? Would you say it was
Silversmith?
Yeah. And as far as beers, God, I don't even know. If I could drink so many beers over that weekend, I can't hardly remember.
That was good. Oh, I'm never going to forget that charcoal baguette from Brian on that one. That was awesome. I'm sitting next to him. I'm like, how's it taste? Like a licked charcoal briquette. Like, you got to put that in your description.
Somebody got a picture of that where he's just like thumbs down and with the
No, he put it on Instagram. It was funny.
Okay, yeah.
I was dying. I was like,
oh yeah.
Okay.
Is that where
that was Niagara? That was
Niagara, yeah.
But as far as favorite ones, I don't know. I can't really say, to be honest.
It was funny because we went to the distillery thinking, well, maybe they'll have different beers. That's why we didn't go to the other one. We're like, oh, and they're like, oh, all the beers are still out of Niagara. Like, damn it.
Really?
And then we're like,
fireworks are still happening. Like, it's an actual fireworks show. I'm still hearing them.
Oh, maybe something for the weekend.
What the hell's going on?
Entertaining. I don't know. Yeah, I think for me, and a lot of people thought this going in because I was told by a few people that would probably be the case, but Counterpart overall was the best experience. I thought, but from beer to beer to beer to beer to beer to beer, that's like the Muppet Chef. Beer to beer to beer to beer. It was actually Counterpart, I thought, because it was solid across the board. Everything you pretty much got. As far as top beer for me, hands down, it was easily at Oast with the beer to Mars that we got, the one that Mal bought the bottle of too.
Yeah.
That
I didn't.
That was
that one.
What do you mean you didn't try it? She poured all the glasses for us. We had the fancy glasses at Oast.
I didn't get that one.
How'd you not get it? It was part of the tasting. You did a tasting with us.
I know, but I don't
remember.
It
was the third one. She put it all in glasses.
Well, we had 4. Was it one of the?
It was the third one.
Okay, I didn't realize that was that. I didn't realize that.
She had to pour it in special glasses and everything.
Okay, I didn't
that
realize
one.
Where that come from?
For me, that was like I think a 4 or 5 out of 5. I gave that one. That was the top beer of any of the beers I tasted there. That was the one that stood out the most. But I like that style. I enjoy it, and it was a really good job. And that 2018, the way they aged it, it was on point.
She was legit on those tastings too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She knew her
the only
stuff.
thing I felt like when it tasting something is kind of like, I know she does it. It's probably rehearsing because she has different people in. I'm like, we're kind of more of a intermediate to advanced crowd, so you can. I felt to me it was just like I enjoyed it, but I'm like, there's probably some stuff she probably could have just saved her.
Now, she did give a disclaimer at the front, though, saying that she would not disclose any of the actual types of malts they used, any of the actual like barleys or grains.
Oh no!
She was super clear on that they do not disclose any of that in the things because it's the recipe.
Oh yeah, no, not that. I was just saying just a present. Like she was saying some stuff that I think a lot of us knew already. It was kind of yeah, but that's
she doesn't want to make assumptions, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Part of the spiel, you know.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, let's get to the next beer.
You're right.
Yeah. No, that was my favorite one overall, I think.
Yeah.
Were you going to show the beer to the class now? I saw you grab it.
Huh?
I thought you got the bottle. You got the bottle over there.
Oh gosh, it's down in the
no, you just picked it up. You just had the bottle in your hand.
I just had my beer in my hand.
You just got up and came back with the orange bottle, I thought.
No, I got up and went to the window trying to see where all these freaking fireworks were going off at.
I thought you had the bottle in your hand. Okay.
No, not up here in my craft room. I don't keep beer in my craft room.
Maybe, trying to keep so that
I don't have a fridge up here. I can't.
Chew doesn't get to it.
Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to hide a fridge up here so Chew can't get into some of my stuff.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
He doesn't go into this room because it's all my crafting supplies. So
yeah. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna have to ask you all to settle down.
Too wild for you?
You looked at me with puppy dog eyes after I said I'm good and said you have to try. It's a Chicago staple.
Okay,
I can see you saying that.
Of course I would say that. But puppy dog eyes is still not twisting your arm. I didn't twist nothing.
Yeah.
I might have used other tactics to get you to try it, but that's not one of them.
Joe says Silversmith greater than Oast from a beer perspective. Oast greater than Silversmith from a vibe perspective.
And I feel the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Silversmith. I like the people at the exchange were really nice and cordial. I really enjoyed the people that were there.
I liked the exchange too. That was cute.
The problem was that the exchange though, like the beers never really jumped out with anything now.
Yeah.
They were all decent, but they weren't anything to really, at least for me, caught my attention.
They did the cheese flight where you have 3 beers and 3 cheeses. And
yeah, I think only me and Ginger didn't do that. We're like, just give us 6 beers.
But,
yeah, I think
but the 3
right.
cheeses were the same on every board, and everyone ordered different beers. And I'm sitting here going,
I thought people had some different cheeses.
No, all three cheeses were the same on every board in the same order. And then they put your 3 beers that you ordered in whatever order you ordered them. And so now each of the cheeses had 3 pieces. So each cheese could be tried with each beer. That is true. But it was still, like, I feel like there should be actual matching. Like, if someone orders the Charisse, they get a specific cheese that works really well. Like a goat cheese would work really well with the Charisse. And then if someone orders the Pilsner, they're getting a different kind of cheese that matches really well with that. Like, I felt it was just kind of, I think they could step it up.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a tasting, it should match.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just having 3 cheeses that you can randomly match with things and see how it goes.
Yeah, see, I thought people had different cheese. I didn't do the cheese, so I just thought people
They were all the same.
Honestly, I didn't know that either. I thought the same things. Like, okay, I didn't even know, like, that was the reason they gave you 3 pieces of cheese to try, one with each different one. I just thought the cheese that was next to the beer was what went with that beer.
Yeah.
In their opinion, is the best anyway.
Paul said the stout at the Q was very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the stout there.
Yeah, I enjoyed their stout. That was good.
Joe, tell your boss you're drunk and to send you home.
Joe, you keep saying stuff like that, you might not get invited to the next one because honestly, you're outnumbered on that.
Counterpart double drip was pretty good. I don't
That
think I
was
did
really
the double
good.
drip. I think they need to get that in the can, right? Because I think Chris may have gotten that, or was that on tap as well? Maybe I did. I just look back on my Untapped to see. A burnt charcoal red ale, son. Yeah, that's what Brian had there. Charcoal brigette. Look what Todd remembers nothing. What is your favorite brewery? The church?
The
church one? We just had to go up the same time. The LCBO was on strike. Yeah, we just happened to be there when they were on strike doing that. The first one we went to Taps. It was an okay experience. Albino asked me about that one, but I said the service was definitely slower and that wasn't on the waitress or the server. No. It was because management kind of screwed them. Only had 2 people running the whole thing, and it was like,
well, I don't even think it was the management. I think the kitchen fell behind on the food for that table, and she got overwhelmed.
Oh no! Even trying to get her for beers, it was like,
I know, but she was trying to fix this problem with this one table, and she was not able to give attention to her other tables. And like the kitchen, I think something happened in the kitchen. Something went wrong. I don't know if they had a fire. I don't know what happened, but man, she got screwed.
Her and the other guy too that were working, because she told me she had tables out in the balcony and inside or the patio or whatever. So it was kind of like, I mean, she was moving. You could see she was moving. It's just
she never held still.
I'm like you're like a server or 2 short of what you should have there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's business was that slow, and it was like, oh, we threw them off by the numbers or something.
Well, you could say that, but honestly, we were one large group, but they had a lot of groups in there for 2 people to handle.
Yeah. Of course, me being the bar rescue watcher, I'm like John Taffer. Like, if you're a manager, why aren't you coming out to help your people? What are you doing back there? Like, you see your people running around. Like, why don't you jump in?
Exactly.
Solve the problem. So.
And that's what I do. I jump in when I see things are a little overwhelmed. I'm in there. I don't
think anybody saw a manager at all that night, or anything, or like the other spots we went to. There were times when some of the managers came over and introduced themselves, make sure things were good, and blah blah blah. So yeah.
But actually,
he said you did. I'm sure I got to check them on Untapped. I think I checked it in. I checked in some on Untapped. When we got back to the Airbnb, I didn't check in some of those beers on Untapped, but at the place that I went to, I did. I think.
I will admit, some of the staff at Ravinia, we are drafting a letter to John Taffer now.
Are you? Oh, that's right. You told me before you were.
We're going to draft a letter because, I mean, he always changes the name of the brewery, and maybe he can save us. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you guys like losing money at this point? Because he usually comes in when the bars are losing money. I don't know if he comes in if it's not.
The Chicago location is not quite breaking even, but they also have the brew house involved.
Yeah.
Ours is slightly above. So I mean, we're not dying, but with the legal bills, that's the problem. Our income isn't covering the legal bills.
Yeah.
It covers our cost of existing, but it doesn't cover our legal fees. Yeah. So that's where we're hitting trouble.
That's what they're hoping is going to happen.
Yeah.
Let me grab something to drink here real quick.
Who said you get another beer?
That's where Ty went. That's what I can get a beer.
29 minutes left, sir.
I said I gotta get a beer. Ty said I gotta get a beer too. So
yeah, I just got one too. So I figured that's why I looked at the clock. It's like, oh, we got 30 minutes, so we're good. No, that's exactly what they're doing, Mal. They're just hoping to outlast you and outrun you guys.
I know what they're trying to do. The worst thing is they can outlast us.
The longer it outlasts, or the longer it lasts, the better the odds are for sure.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
That's our problem right now.
Yeah, because they're in the position to do that, and that's not.
Exactly.
So stupid. It's like the big boy, just because he can. Doesn't mean he should, but he can, so he's going to.
Yeah. Did you get a new beer?
I did. I just got one from Great Lakes. This is the Juicy Vivacious Double IPA.
Nice.
I think I had it on the show last week or.
I do love Great Lakes.
Yeah. It's pretty good. And it's the last one of this. I think it was a 6-pack I picked up. It's the last one of those. So I saw it and I was like, too lazy to go downstairs to get another one. So I'll drink that one for my final one. Actually, I'll take that back. I got some of the beers I brought back from Canada up here. So
yeah, I know.
I was like, nah, I don't want to drink those now. I'm already on my third one. So it's like, why not grab something I already had? So is it Choose at work?
Yeah, he messaged me a little bit ago saying he's going to stay there and help them with some canning. So he'll probably be late tonight.
How do they do their canning? They got to do it all by hand?
I mean, they have a canning line that they do, but yeah, each can needs to be rinsed, placed on the conveyor. Once it goes through the conveyor, it gets the beer in it and the label on it, and then they have to be put the toppers on and put them into cases and stack the cases on the pallets. So, I mean, it's partially automated, just not fully.
I was at our lady one night and they were collaborating with another one of the local breweries, and they were canning all that by hand. Like they had like a thing to, crimp it all around the can or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, good Lord, this is going to take you guys all night long to do this.
Yeah, his brewery is semi-automated. I mean,
okay, that's nice. Yeah,
the heavy lifting and the rinsing of the can beforehand is still by hand. So,
my hand touching your hand, touching hands. Sweet Carol. Did we do that song there too? Wasn't that done? I think that was on karaoke too.
I will turn off this video right now. You keep going.
I think we did that on karaoke.
I'm thinking
we did, and I left.
Where'd you go?
Downstairs? I went downstairs, so I didn't have to listen to that song.
You couldn't hear us up there?
No.
Bum, bum, bum.
Shush.
So good. So
you want me to log out right now? You're on the right track for me to log out.
I think you were downstairs singing along with us. You just don't want anybody to see you.
I fucking hate that song.
You was belting at the top of your lungs.
Yeah.
I was gone. The moment I heard someone say Sweet Caroline, I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm gone.
I think you said, yes, that's my jam. That's my jam.
Yeah.
I can't stand that damn song.
How do we not do Pump Up the Jam? That would have been a good one to do.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we did. Maybe got back too, didn't we? Now I think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, got a little rambunctious.
This has been here forever.
Never Malort State. Yeah, just Chicago. Yeah, well, I mean, we're probably done here in 20. I don't know. I'm not always a huge fan when you can't see the faces on stuff anymore. I mean, we know it's Joe, and Joe's got great commentary.
That's what Joe used to do back in the day. It was just face only, you know, just his logo only.
I'd go back to eat the pizza box. So did the pizza box of poutine get finished? It was getting nibbled away from point to point.
Night, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that got finished. I didn't realize it was going to have onions on it. I wasn't able to eat any of it.
Oh, you can't? You don't like onions, or you digest
I have poor effects from onions. Yes.
The poutine looked good.
I get
but it was
extraordinarily
just
ill.
Yeah, I didn't get any of it either.
The 4 different sections.
It looked so messy.
I mean, aside from the little round potatoes that we like kind of made your own poutine, I haven't actually had like regular poutine still. I've been to Canada and have not had poutine yet. So.
When I had the Mick and Angelo's, the steak and the blue cheese one, that one was tasty. I had that Thursday night, I think.
I'd be right up my brother's alley right there. Blue cheese. It's blue cheese.
Yeah, steak and blue cheese. Oh yeah, it was like packed on top. I can't even finish the whole thing.
Oh, fun story. On Monday, when the guys all came to see Chew in like the Buffalo Hamburg area.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Yeah. And we were there and we ordered fried mushrooms. Oh yeah, I love. But we were having fried mushrooms and the girl at the bar was like, "Okay, do you want blue cheese or do you want ranch?" And I said, "We're from the Midwest. Ranch runs in our veins. I can't."
No, blue cheese.
And she said, "Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't say that." I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Here you have to have blue cheese." I was like, "I mean, do you have like a really good blue cheese?" And she said, "Yeah, it's really good." I said, "All right, I will do it your way. You got me. I will have the blue cheese." She brings out the mushrooms, and the blue cheese she brings out is a little plastic cup with like the foil cover on it, like you get it like McDonald's with their barbecue sauce.
Oh, you got to rip it off. Yeah, it wasn't even like home, like made at the restaurant.
It's Ken's salad
Ken's
dressing. Now, I can get Ken's blue cheese salad dressing at my grocery store.
Right? Yeah,
we get it. And so I'm sitting here going, she talked me out of ranch for a salad dressing. I can get it fucking home. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That is.
It is Ken's Steakhouse. So.
I mean, even if it is, I mean, I'm not saying it's not great blue cheese dressing, but Ken's does all of their dressings great. Their Caesar is fucking amazing.
But you can get that anytime.
They have a honey mustard that's to die for. Like, they have really good stuff.
We always get your honey mustard.
When she was like pushing the blue cheese, I was like, oh, they got like real blue cheese. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do real blue cheese. And then she brings out Ken's. I'm like, dude, I have this in my fridge.
But did they have ranch?
Well, they had it. They had it, but you know,
because she was just like, oh, I was hoping you would say, like, you know,
she was pushing the blue cheese because you're supposed to do blue cheese, and I'm like,
you
should nationwide brand.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
talking about,
I mean, technically, you should do blue cheese. Technically, you should.
Yeah, I understand that, but even so, she's giving me some I can buy at Mariano's, 20 minutes from my house. I'm like. I thought they were gonna have like some special blue cheese.
You'd be right. In New York. I'd have been like, okay, I gotta try it. But then you're like,
you be doing you be the one doing fries and mayonnaise, and they'd be like, "What is she doing over there?"
Oh,
that's I like mayonnaise and ketchup mixed.
That's what Shannon would do.
No, mayonnaise and ketchup mixed is delicious.
Oh no, she don't mix the ketchup. She just does straight mayonnaise.
And I found out about that living in the British Virgin
Islands. They do in Canada, because I was talking about that with Shane and Ray and them there. They do, that's like a thing they do. Mayonnaise and fries.
Mayonnaise and ketchup and fries is better.
Yeah, I don't eat mayonnaise near my fries. Bless you.
Thank you.
Mallory would totally order ranch in Buffalo. Unbelievable.
I didn't know non-ranch was a thing in Buffalo. How am I supposed to know? I've never been there before.
JT, Ken's is the absolute worst.
Oh, come on. It's not so bad. I like it.
It's like the Malort of salad dresses.
Oh, you got the Ken? Yeah, I'll pass.
Okay, so the Kens at the grocery store is not the same one served in cups. How are they different? Because I literally have it in my fridge here.
FYI,
I just had it Monday there, and it tasted the fucking same. Just saying.
Ken's in the
Same
cups
stuff.
is more chunky and thick, and not was watery as the one at the grocery store.
Bullshit. It was the same. It was the same goddamn stuff.
It's like the Coke at McDonald's, not the same Coke you buy at the store. It's a special thing from McDonald's, and that's been proven. That's been proven as a fact. Yeah.
I'm sure that's true, but I'm telling you, this was the same goddamn dressing I have sitting in my fridge.
I can't speak for Ken's, but I can imagine it's probably the same. But who knows?
I've always been terrible at reading the room.
Hey, me too.
Hey, RS. Cheers, my friend.
Hey. Yeah. I need to call you.
To be fair, the ranch would have brought out is probably Hidden Valley.
Which I don't mind Hidden Valley either. It gets the job done.
Right.
Oh. I only do plain wings. No dippers required. Simple.
Exactly, Paul. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, actually. Just go as is. All natural.
Just rings with sauce. No blue cheese needed, sons. You don't need it, but if it's happened to be there, you could dip.
I could go either way. Literally.
No, it's really different. The one in the cups or the cups in the big tubs 100% different than the 16-ounce bottle you buy at the store.
I'll tell you what. I just
she might have been steering you right.
4 days and they're the same.
Just side by side. As someone who lives in Buffalo and knows the blue cheese brands and differences, just trust Mallory. Trust.
I have trust issues.
I ordered sauce on the side in case I want to be crazy and dip them. That's a good way to do it. Put the sauce on the side. Yeah. So some places will over sauce as well. So
that's actually a really good way in general.
Yeah. Come to Baltimore, get some Old Bay wings because they put Old Bay on all kinds of shit here.
Yeah. I like some Old Bay. That's what I do my turkey at Thanksgiving with.
The Old Bay.
Smear it all with Old Bay and then inject it with Old Bay and butter all around. Like
you ever got that what's that one that Lebanon used, that Steve shake?
Oh no, yeah. No.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Right back.
I'm trying to think of the one I used. Although I didn't use Old Bay this time, I bought something else. It was somebody I saw on YouTube, I think, at one point. Has his own I think I still have a little bit of it. I can't remember. It's kind of like along the lines of Cajun seasoning, like Old Bay or whatever. I can't think of it right now. It's like in a white bottle, but damn, it's pretty good too. Yeah, I always do the turkey. I always just smother it with butter, and then I sprinkle the shit ton of that on there, and then inject.
Well, you always smoke it. You don't deep fry, really. I think last time we smoked it out.
Last year I smoked it. And to me, I think that's probably one of the best ones that I've done in maybe ever. I don't know. I was like, I'll do this again this year. Everybody's like, oh, this is so good. I had the smoke rings in it. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Holy Stigwa still. Yeah. Yeah, Paul does. We talked about that. Paul was disappointed on the hamburger.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like, what was we eating that in? You gonna get it like well done, or
he wouldn't get like rare or whatever. They wouldn't do it as well done. Like in Canada, they won't do the meat burgers. They won't do it well done. Steak, they'll do it, but a burger.
Yeah, burgers just one way, and that was it.
Yeah. Although one of the places had a smash burger, I think I had. It was pretty good.
Oh, they did. I didn't see
that. Whatever I had the burger at there, but that's like wherever we were. That's when Paul had the one.
Oh, it was like
yeah.
Shit, I'm trying to think what I had there now.
They have an Old Bay hot sauce now, and it's absolutely. I've seen the Old Bay. Obviously, I'm in Baltimore. I've seen the Old Bay hot sauce. I never picked it out. I'm more of a Frank's person still. Still get the Frank's, sometimes Tabasco, but I've not gotten the Old Bay.
I've not seen that one. I don't think, nor have I looked for it either because I didn't know about it. Now I'm going to have to look for it.
I will say I was joking with Chew about the weekend. The funniest thing, I spent 4 days feeling like the kid's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to go out and puff by myself. I wandered off at Niagara, by the way, and I wandered off by myself. And apparently, like 5 or 6 people were like, "Where's Mallory? How do we find her?" And, like, apparently, I was the kid's sister that everyone was worried about the whole time.
I need to ask Shannon
You
if
know I'm
she was
fucking
ever allowed
40,
to go
right?
out.
Yeah.
I need to
If
ask
there's
her
one
if she
person
did.
that
I've been
can,
running my life myself for a long time.
if there's one person that can't be left on their own here, it's Mal. Everybody's
Apparently,
spread out
like,
to find her. Yeah.
I need to ask Shannon to see if she was ever left alone to go outside to smoke by herself or not.
Well, I know we lost Jeremy at one point, and
so.
Sue Ann kept asking Shane, like, "Where's Jeremy? Where's it?" And Shane's like, "I don't know. Like, he'll find us." And she was like freaking out because she couldn't find him, I think, at one point. And Shane's just like, he's like,
Yeah, whatever.
he's like from here. Like, he'll show up at some point.
Like, no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
No, I just thought it was funny. I had like 8 or 9 big brothers watching out for me the whole time I was there. I was like, all right. Is it just because Chu's not here? Is that why? I don't know.
Oh, and
and they're all like, you know, she's had a lot to drink. We got to look out for her. Well, yeah, that's literally daily for me, man. Like, you know, I do the same thing you do, right? I thought it was really, it was sweet though. It was sweet.
Yeah.
I had people looking out for me, so it was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Chase was walking around by himself, like trying to find. He's like, I thought I had this one picture, but it wasn't that. I had to go back, and nobody was looking for Chase. Like, Chase was just out there roaming around.
He was hilarious.
Well, you've seen Chase, though. Nobody's gonna F with Chase, you know.
Yeah,
well, it's funny.
He's a bigger guy. He'll take you down.
Chase was with me and Alan at one point where we were doing like the little treasure hunt or whatever when they call it bingo card.
That was fun.
And he's like, I get a bowling ball. And he tried to go in. He's like, oh damn, they're closed or like that and everything. So he like walked down trying to find out. So me and Alan walked over, and I saw a lady there like, hey, you guys, like, I'm just trying to get a picture of a bowling ball. She's like, oh yeah, just come around and come. Like, we came back, we got it. To Chase. He's like, oh yeah, we got the bowling ball. Chase is like, how'd you get the bowling ball? We just saw somebody, we asked, and let us in. He was like, oh, you get it? Like, I'm like, Chase, you gotta talk to people. That's how we do things.
We gave up
Yeah, it was only 6 people that finished the cards too.
Yeah, I was one of the, me and you were like 2 of the 6.
Yeah.
We gave up about halfway through. We were like, yeah, screw it. We're done.
Yeah.
So what was the process? Did he give said there was
he had like different low price. I think Mal, you got the syrup.
And I got the maple butter. 2 other people
maple
got
butter,
syrup,
maple butter.
And other people got maple candies.
I got the candies.
Sugar. Yeah.
They're pretty good.
That butter and that syrup was like,
I kind of regret, like, when the chef passed out the buttercup, I only got 1 piece. I should have got more of that because that buttercup was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That dessert they did, yeah.
Damn, I missed out on that too. I didn't even see that either.
You didn't get the dessert when they were passing them out after the brisket? Yeah. I should have had more brisket too. The brisket was phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. No, I didn't get the dessert though. Damn it.
Yeah.
I want to redo. Start over from Friday on. I thought it was so much I missed out. I was like, oh well.
Yeah. I put that leg lamp picture. They're like, is that a Ray's house? Yeah, it was like Ray's downstairs. I don't know if you saw it when we were at Ray's house, but down in the basement.
No,
he had the leg lamp there.
Ray's house.
Yeah, which was actually kind of funny because at one point when I took the picture and I was going to like put my hand on the leg, I almost did knock it over, and I could think in my head was like taps playing in the movie. Like,
don't knock it over.
No.
This would be art. This would be life imitating art for sure if that were to happen. But yeah, because his dad worked on the fire truck and everything in that movie and stuff. So yeah, Ray's got a connection to it. But that was because he was showing me his whole sound system and stuff downstairs, which is pretty cool. So
yeah, I like to see that. That'd have been cool.
Yeah.
Oh come on, Joe. It wasn't so bad. I went out there and puffed a couple times when no one was looking, and nobody bugged me.
If you're outside and somebody gives you $50, I'm surprised everybody wasn't out there at some point.
I know. Right? I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm homeless. Let me out. All you got's 50? Come on, man.
Good old Shane honesty, because in the States they'd have been like, oh, okay.
Sure.
Oh, it was a meth alley. Yeah, we saw some of the meth and the crack type people walking around. It was funny because when the hotel we were at, which was just like 4 minutes down the street or whatever, when Ray picked me up Thursday to go out, he's like, "Oh yeah, once you see the Airbnb, you'll see it's a little bit different where we'll be staying at over there." And like, Yeah, because I was like asking him when we were driving through, like, I don't see much of the homeless stuff. She's like, you guys don't have any homeless issue or like what's going on? He's like, oh, you'll see later at the Airbnb what's kind of like around there. They're more into it over there. So yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a perfect area, but honestly, I see worse than that in Chicago all the time.
Oh, I've seen worse than that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think twice about it, really.
Yeah. See, Joe got them. Yeah, the butter tarts were insane. Those were phenomenal. Like I said, I only got the one and like got sidetracked with the beer, and I was like, I should have got more of that. I did snag
some of the extras before leaving, so I have a couple here at home.
Well, you got the packaged ones, but the ones the chefs made,
right? Not the chefs ones. I got
the chefs ones. The chefs one were like off the chain.
Yeah, I had a half of one of those.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. Although I could eat the pancakes and bacon for every meal that Sue Ann made, and I would have still
darn
been good.
Right, man.
It was so tasty. Yeah, we wish you would have said, yeah. Too. But we got to spend some time with you. Like Joe only got there for Sunday with us.
I know.
So it's it's when you could get there. Indeed.
Yep.
Well, with Joe and Paul, depending in October, I got the email on that one for the other beer tuber type thing. So might see you guys then. Taking my girl, talking to my girl when they come in next year so we can play. Yeah, I thought you were going to bring her this year and stuff.
Does she drink beer? Is she a beer drinker? That'll be fun.
I was kind of surprised. I know Brian was going to bring his wife or Dave and anybody else.
Talked about it, but again, she's not a beer drinker, and they do have 3 younger ones at home.
Yeah.
So someone was
a little tougher.
Staying with the little ones.
But she's not even drinking that much. My wife, but she came to one that like I could stay at Airbnb and probably save, but yeah.
it was super lovely to meet your wife, though. That was wonderful.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, her and Paul's wife really hit off with a lot of different stuff. So her and Ro talked for a while.
And I loved meeting Ray's wife this time.
That Carol? Really nice, Carol was really nice. Yeah.
She was super sweet. I liked her a lot.
Yeah.
And she sings beautifully.
Yeah.
She did one karaoke song and I was like, holy crackers, what's happening? That's awesome.
Yeah. She told us where they came from, 13th Street Winery in St. Catharines. As best believe, next time up there, I'm coming back with a bunch of
Nice.
Was St. Catharines near where Silversmith was? Or was that? I'm trying to think St. Catharines area.
I feel like that was the name of the town area, but I don't know.
Where Silversmith, right? Yeah, I think that was. Yeah.
Because the St. Catharines could exist.
Or Exchange. Maybe it was Exchange. I'm thinking of the little town. That was the Exchange. That was the Exchange.
No, Exchange was Niagara on the Lake.
Okay.
The town for Exchange was Niagara on the Lake.
One with the little cheeses?
That was the Exchange. With the little like ritzy type town. Okay, that was Niagara.
Yeah.
St. Catharines was, I think, the town that Silversmith was in.
Okay.
But just because the town's called that doesn't mean you can't have a church with that saint somewhere else,
Yeah, she enjoys stout, so
nice.
There you go. I was disappointed I didn't get to meet Rod's wife. Yeah, she didn't make it out Sunday into the thing. She was going to go, and then she was like, I'm just going to stay at the hotel Sunday night. Chill, so.
I hope she had a nice time, though.
Oh, yeah, she had fun. She got to see the fall. We actually, Friday, we drove around some, and she saw the falls then. And then brought her back, and then before we came over later that afternoon.
Nice.
And
I actually kind of forgot you said she was supposed to come Sunday. For the for the dinner.
Yeah, she was supposed to come for the dinner on Sunday and everything, and then she got a chat. I mean, for her, it was kind of getting a break on stuff, and she was like, and then people were asking like, well, I guess she told Ro and Shannon she was gonna get her nails done, but the nails place she ended up making. They were like next day, like, did she get her nails done? Like, I was like, I don't know. I didn't really ask her about it, but. Then I got back. I did ask her. She's like, no, because they close like at 5 or whatever. Like here, like nail salons go to 7, 7:30 o'clock. Up there, like everybody was getting done at 5, so she didn't have time to do it when she left there.
Gotcha.
So she enjoyed it. She enjoyed the beers at Counterpart that we were at, the ones we were getting. She was she'll drink like the Pilsner, and she got, I think I think they might have had the Hefeweizen at
We had a Pilsner
Counterpart.
and a Kolsch, I remember.
Was
Yeah.
it Kolsch? Was there another one they had though? Because she was more of a lager.
I ordered all their yellow beers. It was the Pilsner and the Kolsch, I think.
But she was
Hefeweizen, no.
one did. I thought it might have been a Counterpart. Maybe I'm wrong, but she ended up drinking that. I know she had the Pilsner there she really liked.
I think they had a wheat beer.
Wasn't? I don't think it was a wheat. Because she's like looks at me and I'll order stuff because I know her palate. So it might have been a Kolsch that I got for her there. Because when we were all leaving, she stayed for like she left right before we all left, but she had like 3 whatever there. So yeah. Silversmith and Oast equal Niagara in the Lake. St. Catharines like 10 or 15 to west there. Okay.
So St. Catharines was a different town then.
Yeah. So he'll try to run out of Philly. Yeah, because that's in Philly, so that's not too far from Paul. Philly's like 2 hours from me, I guess. So, and that's one they're doing. That's the one Matt, Massive Beer, and Kyle and Joe and everybody. So
I'm still so excited. I finally got to meet you in person, and you're way taller than you should be.
Than I should be. I wasn't even the tallest person there.
Yeah, you're still too tall.
Why was I too tall? I'm like 6'1".
I know you're too tall.
TK is probably like 6'2", 6'3". John's probably 6'4".
John was
really
well, it's
tall.
funny because we went to Taps and it was like I was sitting here on the one part of the table, and then it was like I think John and TK, I think it was at Taps. I'm like, oh yeah, put the 3 linemen at one table. Like this little like we were all like, and I think Shane slid in next to us. Like, yeah.
Oh, just see this about positions. All right, that's the
we were laughing like, oh yeah, we don't need elbow room.
Nah.
It's overrated.
Yeah. I tell you what, I put that one video up. The car rides were pretty damn fun that we were having.
Oh God, the car rides were the best.
I put that one car ride video up on today on the Facebook page.
Well, Chu and I are already talking about next year.
Oh yeah,
our car seats 8.
Yeah.
So we're contemplating dealing with a possible much longer car ride since it's not been announced where it is yet, but there's the possibility it'll be a much longer car ride. And I'm like, well, if we still drive, we can be someone who helps with the driving, so something we're contemplating at least, because when your car holds 8 and you don't have to rent it, bonus,
Right.
So, well, that's what Ray had there, because the one that they got.
Well, he rented that though. He paid extra to have that.
Well, I'm just saying, like it holds 8, so that was actually a pretty good size to
have.
Yeah.
But we're gonna need at least 2 of those for next year. At least 2 of those.
What was that? Suburban? Is that what he
had? It was a Chevy Suburban.
Yeah. I
drive a Honda Pilot, which will hold 8. It's tight in the back seat. I would need the little people in the back, but otherwise,
I didn't know hold that many. The Pilot will hold 8. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got the Pilot XL.
Yeah.
Because Chu and I will van life on occasion, and it needed to be long enough for us to lay down when the seats are down in the back. And he's 6'1", so being able to get him.
Oh, Chu is 6'1"? I thought Chu was shorter.
No,
so he's my height. 6'1". Yeah, so he's my height then.
Yeah, just about.
Why am I too short? Chu's the same height.
Because I only see you sitting down, and you shouldn't be that tall. It was weird.
Right, we should only be 2 foot tall.
Did you think Todd was taller, shorter than what he actually was, or?
No, Todd was about what I expected for height. Yes. But then you also have these ginormous calves that are like the size of my waist. And I'm just like,
Rod, you do have some huge ass calves for sure.
Yeah.
I thought I had some decent sized calves, but I was like, I don't even hold a candlestick to those right there. Like,
it's like back to the gym, son.
Do the rest of your body? What's going on
there? I know when someone's calves are bigger around than my head, I start getting worried about that person a little bit. And I'm like, well, how much spinach did you have? Because you kind of got a Popeye thing going over here.
It was the Mamba that I did with Chris. That was a good beer.
Yeah.
I did one with Chris too, but I can't remember what the hell we had now.
Yeah. I was looking to just pull up that.
I know when people were filming in that little room, I kept sneaking in and just sitting on the floor and listening. Like I wouldn't interrupt and stuff. Sometimes I would just sit there and just listen to them doing a review.
I think I did only 2 actual reviews in that room. Oh no, 1, and then me and Alan did 1 just standing up in front of the green screen.
You just watch, man. You're gonna have a channel before you know it. You're gonna get sucked right into this.
I know. It's already starting to go that way. I think Shannon's already talking like, I could be on there also with you. I was like, well, if I'm doing it, you're doing it then. So you're.
But we told Shannon like long ago about that. She just
I know. No, I told her, I was like, okay, so if you want to do it, I was like, we'll do it together then. Let's do it. Just so we get the outcast when we go, you know, for next year. It's like, so we at least have a channel and can say we're YouTubers, you know. I mean, it might only be 1 video in a year's time, but you know, hey, it's a start.
Oh, you do it for the fun of being able to do it, though.
It is fun.
But I'd be the one that'd be just like, all right, set the camera up, film it, fuck it, let it go. I wouldn't.
And there's a lot of folks that do that.
Yeah, no. That'd probably be me because I don't know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, there's a lot of folks that don't do the editing, crazy add-in stuff. You know, it's fine.
Yeah,
don't gotta do that. You're all good.
Right?
No, I think those are fine. I think those are really good too because it's like kind of all natural in a sense, you know.
Oh, natural. Try to pull this one thing up here real quick before we sign off. But I gotta tell you, this has this right here. Do that there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're telling us you ain't showing shit though.
I know. Just give me a second. Damn you, Mal. Don't rush me.
You know you got comments too.
Oh yeah. This should be an album cover somewhere. That's all I'm saying. This is one of the baddest ass right there. That should be an album cover. That should be like straight from the vault or something. So
I know they got all the channel names and all the stuff. You guys look so great. Oh God, I miss you already.
It's like drop that beat.
Yeah, that video was good.
And the acoustics in that room were atrocious.
Yeah.
Which I knew you guys were doing that. I would have jumped in on that one too for sure.
Yeah.
They were doing the Ravinia beer because they were saying F you to the music festival over and over.
Right, no, that's what I mean. I didn't even know that was taking place. I would have totally jumped in.
Hey, I didn't know it was taking place till they all came out of there.
That was like Chase I got the Ravinia. Chase is like the Ravinia beer. Let's go make a video. You know. We're like, okay, let's go make a video. Chase put the thing in there and we just went at it.
Oh yeah, you did. There was a lot of yelling in that video.
How I got the lead spot, I'm not sure, but it was a blast doing it for sure.
It's because they're all in awe of you, sweetie.
No.
I know they're all just staring right at you in that one.
Yeah.
Except for TK, he's like behind you, so.
Yeah. I love at the end of the title it says, please support Ravinia Brewing. The BrewTubers said so.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's because the BrewTubers said so.
Hello, Buffalo Beer Guy.
Only thing we were missing was a smoke machine in the back. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, a smoke machine would have been spot on.
Oh, and somebody maybe like turn the lights on and off to flicker a little bit.
Yeah.
And y'all have, the glowing necklaces and the light sticks.
Yeah.
A little discotheque music.
I'm gonna watch that video again at some point. I know that was fun.
That
was one of my favorite videos to do. Let's see here. Damn, I did get comments here.
I told you.
Let's see here. We're on the off. Paul's at Cheers, brother. 13th Street. We got that. Stouts. Good thing I'm short. I'll slip right in. Yeah.
Yeah, you're short. Okay.
Another
you're like
one,
6'5". Yeah. Ridiculously tall, Paul.
Todd was balder in real life.
Come on.
Hey, I
Emerson.
was too, but it was a couple years ago.
Actually, everybody's like, yeah.
Calf implants abundantly clear.
Yes, calf implants. It must be. There's no way
Totally.
a human has calves that big.
Is, for sure.
Well, it's the history of the U.S. So
that's not on it at all.
Oh,
yeah. You gotta take it back.
I don't know. I wasn't there for that. I've only been alive for 40 years. I'm pretty sure that was further back than
that was
my
further
time.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say too much, I'll get fired like Jimmy the Greek did back in the day. But yeah, it's just historical context.
Or you just worked out your legs too much. It could be.
The thing is, I hated weights when I lift weights now, but I don't even do lower body most of the time. It's just like if I do lift, it's upper body, but just naturally strong. Yeah. It was cool meeting the Ginger Yeti at the Foundry when I have a big beard. My nickname was Squat. Yeah, that's the thing I thought about too. I didn't say it, we were all there, but I remember like we always joke around Paul being Sasquatch, and I'm like, we could literally have a Sasquatch and Yeti piece of strength competition this weekend.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
Why didn't we have a Squatch off?
I didn't bring that up about we could deal with Sasquatch. I was just like,
a Squatch off.
I totally forgot about that.
That's
Actually,
what called it, the Squatch off. Because that sounds inappropriate.
I didn't anything. It's lucky I even hit record, right? Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I've done the whole spiel and realized I didn't hit record. Yeah, I've been there. That sucks.
I was trying to find the one video earlier, and I was like, "What the hell?" I know I took this. Did I delete it or whatever? I interviewed one of the guys there at the exchange that I was going to post on YouTube. I'm going to find it. I was like, well, I finally found it later on because I shot that one with my camera, but I had the camera and then I had the phone. And I was like, which one I couldn't remember which one I was actually using at the exchange. I had some on the phone, I had some on the camera, and I'm like, where the hell is this video? I had moved it to the computer already, that's why I couldn't find it. I was like, what the hell? Like I said, people are dumping the photos in there, like, oh yeah, here's my 78 photos. Like, what? How many pictures were out there? You know,
there's a lot.
There was
Buffalo Beer Guy. Cheers, my friend. What's up there, Rome?
What's up, Buffalo Beer Guy?
Oh, I'm the 5% in the poll.
For the points?
He's the one that squeezes it out to the end.
He's
which is 9% now in the poll. So now down the middle is like 3-way tie down the middle with the 45 to the 3-inch or 1-inch. Edmund Fitzgerald poured a great lake. Oh, that's a nice one there. Nice one, Rome.
So good.
That's a pretty good porter there with the Mickeys in the little avatar.
Yeah. Logo, yeah.
I haven't had Mickeys in a while, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little bit for me.
Yeah. I keep saying we need to do another malt liquor show. You weren't here when we did the malt liquor show before. We had Rick Shannon doing Mad Dog, but we need to do a malt liquor show.
Agreed.
I'm game.
I'll bring Zima.
You know.
Zima. Unless you go to Japan, they go to Japan
Zima?
and pick it up. Yeah.
What am I dancing?
Like,
I'll have my little
you're bad when it's like all the countries on this globe, only one will sell your product. I mean, I don't know why the Japanese enjoy it the way they do, but it's the only place you can buy Zima.
So, fun thing, when I was a kid, I was visiting my mother, and apparently we all went camping at one of those campgrounds where you have your little 10 by 10 foot plot, and all the campsites are all close to each other. So everyone's sitting around drinking and hanging out, right? I was a kid during this, so the kids and I were hanging out under a tree nearby, not being around the grown-ups, but the grown-ups had brought Zima. And one of the kids brought over Zima to our group. And they were like, oh, this is going to be fun. We got Zima now. And I said, oh, I know how to make this even more fun. I had a
rancher.
No, I had one of those. It's a cigar container, like a plastic tube that holds a cigar, and it has a rubber stopper in the top. So I took some of the Zima, I poured it into this little tube, and I put the stopper in, and I shook it, and I popped somebody in the face. And then we just started playing with the Zima to like pop each other. No one wanted to drink that
Well,
shit.
nobody wants to drink Zima.
We were like underagers who didn't give a shit about drinking that awful stuff. We just wanted to like pop gun each other. That just shows you what Zima does. It doesn't even get the kids to drink. Like we're
better use of Zima in my book.
They stole 2 bottles and we just played pop gunning each other because fuck it.
What up, Trez? Yeah, no problem. Hey, CPR training.
Yes.
Important stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we did CPR training at one of my jobs before. I don't remember much from it now because it was years ago, but yeah. Never know.
Emerson, I didn't know you were still lurking out there.
Yeah, Emerson's always lurking.
He's always in the background somewhere.
And the one thing I did regret that I didn't do is that I never got over to get the Cuban cigar down the street from the hotel.
Oh yeah, it was right down the street.
Cuban cigar. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
like you were right there, top of the hill, like before we went down for the hunt to the Niagara Falls.
Cuban cigars in the
Cuban
US
cigars
now,
are right there.
Why didn't you say something right out of totally? You're like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, you can't get Cuban cigars here.
Really? I thought we could now.
No. I think they tried at one point, I think when Obama was in, but then it got kind of rejected out. But just still all pissed about the whole Bay of Pigs thing that nobody really knows about anymore.
I get that one then.
Yeah. I got the ones I got before. Last time I got Cuban when I was in Jamaica.
Yeah. I was gonna say my brother brought back some from Mexico, and by the time he got ready to hand them out, they were already stale. So I was like, "Oh, good job."
They roll them so fresh. Yeah.
I've had 2 Cuban cigars in my life, and one of them was in the States. I just don't remember where I got it from.
It had to be smuggled in though, because you can't get them in here.
It must have been. I must have gone to a place that was sneaky.
You're not supposed to anyway.
Was it a store you bought it at, or somebody gave it to you? Like
it was a store.
Really?
You sure it wasn't Dominican or something else?
No, it said Cuban, and it tasted like the one that I had when I was in the Caribbean. So,
yeah,
somebody doing something.
Somebody doing something close to you.
Yeah, somebody was doing something a little under the table.
You were in the underworld of some bodega or something.
I know I paid a pretty penny for it, so.
Oh, you will. It's in the States, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
When I got in Jamaica, it wasn't that bad. I'm sure in Canada. Well, Canada might have cost because we were at Niagara Falls. So it might have cost somewhere to the place there, but.
I don't do cigars too often, but I pay attention when I have them, and I make sure that they're good before I.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do cigars, man. I can't.
One of our breweries here, they got a cigar lounge, and I want to go over there and chill at some point. I could get some cigars and do it.
Yep.
Yeah. And Emerson, what's up, Chris? You did? Yeah, I did. Halfway through mine here. Well, I guess we'll go
another one, or should I not?
We could talk for a bit. I'm gonna sign off of here, so I can save this for the podcast stuff. But good time. Back. We all made it back safe and sound from Niagara. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Just popping in for a second to tell you all what a great time I had with you on the weekend. You as well.
What's up, love you so much, Alan.
Awesome.
You just missed me post a picture of our first performance from the vault.
God.
Great for the vault. Ravinia coming out on a new album. That'll be the first cut. Going single.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Release soon.
That's what you should do. It should be like anybody that shot a video in the vault. It should be like songs from the vault. Beer 2 from the vault or whatever. Cut 1 and it'd be like a Ravinia. Then it'd be another beer. Volume 1. We'll have like a release like an album. Because I'm telling you that thumbnail looks like an album cover.
It totally does. Sure.
Alan, you missed it. I told everyone about the hug fiasco with Paul.
Or the chokeout.
The chokeout fiasco with Paul.
I was like, what's going on right now? I was like,
oh man,
talking about
so funny.
Yeah, your hug is killing me. It was the coolest one. Yeah, I mean, it was as you say, as of the theme of the weekend, it was legendary.
Coming from the legend himself.
Which reminds me, because Shane didn't get a chance to mention earlier. So for those of you that follow Shane's Craft Beer, and I'll share a link to my community post as well. 6:30 tomorrow night, he will be releasing a special video on his channel. So you want to make sure to check that out. So that would be pretty cool type thing for people to catch up on as a finale to the event and stuff. Yeah, the Hug Fiasco.
Shane's channel tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Back at you, brother. It was an honor to be in your presence there, and I can make videos of that guy like any day of the week, anytime. Just like let me know. Anytime you want to collab on stuff, Alan, let me know. I mean,
it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Same here. You're just wonderful.
He was. That's for sure.
Yeah. But we'll go ahead and sign off here now. I do have a video. I might do it live tomorrow. I don't know. Because I got an unboxing of some stuff I'm going to share. I might do it live. I may not do it live. I haven't made up my mind yet. So, but thanks for everybody that tuned in. Thanks for everybody that was here from last weekend on the Beer Tuber experience, and something coming your way. So hopefully you enjoy. Won't tell you what it is, but keep an eye out for your mailbox. So you'll have something. So everybody's like, I need your address, blah, blah, blah. So that was fun. Just a token of appreciation. And lots to go over. Now that I'm back, more beer stuff coming on the channel. I looked at my thing and like, oh shit, I haven't posted since like early last week before I left. So got some more stuff coming up. I'm going to have some shorts and stuff as well for some of these videos you guys are putting up, just to kind of give you some of the highlights on some things. So it'll be fun.
Rod, if you do that t-shirt that we talked about, can you do a tank top for me? Because I'm purchasing that.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Anything
phrase that we talked about, I will buy that in a heartbeat. Just
everything I do on my store. For those of you not familiar with the store, like downstairs. What the fuck? Down in the description, there's like a link to the Spreadshirt store, or like under you can see like the hats and all that kind of stuff there. But all the stuff I do a design for will always have men and women clothing. So it'll have women cut tank tops, women cut short sleeve, women cut, whatever shirt stuff too. So I know a lot of places you get stuff, you got to buy the guy version for the women. For me, I'll cut you a woman. And I have a unisex too, just like the bathrooms in Canada. We'll have unisex in there as well. So you can switch it up.
From Rod J store.
Whether you're
it's all across the board.
Whether you're him, he, or her, she, or they, them, or whatever your pronouns are, we got stuff for you in the store. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
whatever your pronoun is, you can definitely check out the stuff there in the store. Emerson, cheers. Y'all, glad you had a great meetup. Yeah, definitely. Next week we'll have some stuff there. And I am going to be doing something. So I didn't do tonight, and I didn't mention earlier. So there was no beer news that I did tonight on the show, because I'm going to actually be starting to do some beer news video shorts, like beer news videos. Not really shorts, but more like a couple minutes ones. I'm going to try to hit those up a little bit more. Then maybe we can recap them on the show and stuff too.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't do that tonight. Yeah, downstairs in the description.
Just walk on downstairs. There you go. That's right there.
Yeah. I mean, all I can tell you is the inkling and I had, and I think, because I talked to Paul earlier, was the person down there in South Kakalaka that's pushing for it. So maybe it'll be down in that area, which again wouldn't be too far for you, Paul, as well.
No,
I don't know who else. I know Ohio is also pushing possibly too, right? Because I think
there's someone who is pushing to have it. It has not been officially announced though, so but the conversation about it happened Sunday night. We all kind of gathered up and talked about like possibilities, and I think it's just going to be when they announce it.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to that. I'm looking for Airbnbs for 2026.
Oh,
Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see a Pennsylvania trip. That sounds pretty nice to me.
I mean, we do have seafood in Baltimore, just saying. And
there you go. Throw your name in the hat.
Right? Right here.
I'm not against East Coast doing a thing either. I would be on board for an East Coast trip.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone west of me though, right? I'm the most west. I feel like we could.
Western.
I mean, if we can get people added into the group, I mean,
yeah, we gotta gather up some West Coasters too.
Say,
We ain't
say
got
goes
anybody
to
out
you,
there.
then me, maybe
we get Beer Man in.
help.
He'd be in Oregon. He'd be Portland.
Beerman, Malta Gentlemen's, Iowa. I mean, there's some options. There's some options.
Oh, let's get Dickie in and we'll do Vegas.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That'd be an easy one there in Vegas because they,
Yeah.
you know, they're set up for hospitality.
They're already set up for it.
They were right.
Yeah. Burlington, Iowa is between Florida and Winnipeg.
Yeah, Malta Gentlemen's on the west coast of Iowa, though, if I remember correctly. He's further out. But right now, I'm the Westie for the whole group here.
Yeah,
I'm the most west, and I already hosted last year.
I know. Is Alan more west than you? I mean, that's not in the States, but
in Winnipeg, is Alan more west to you?
Oh yeah, actually, no. Alan is more west. Winnipeg is more west than me. Okay, I was wrong.
So
I think in the U.S. I'm the most west.
In the States, you are for sure. But I was like, maybe is Alan? I wasn't sure. I honestly wasn't sure.
No, Manitoba is further west than me. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the only one I could think of.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, we get. Well, actually,
sure.
If we got Dan in, who's Western Canadian reviewers, he's actually in Edmonton, so he'd be really west. He'd be really west.
Dang.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Oh, I'm sure something get figured out.
We'll get west at some point, but for right now, the East Coast and Eastern states all have good stuff, man. East Side's got some good stuff, so
there's a good amount
we
of
got
beer
an awful good crew.
Yeah,
close travels too. So
yeah.
Well, cool. Well, we're going to wrap this up and look forward to catching up with you guys next week. And like I said, make sure to check out some of the updates. PA Brew News in a comment. Make sure to check out because he's got like videos he's uploaded from this. He's got the joint reviews that he's putting up there, the different stuff from the trip too. So PA Brew News. I don't know if Joe. I know Joe was on videos. I don't think Joe shot any on his.
Joe, I didn't shoot a video with Joe, so I don't know.
I think that he did one with Rod, and that was the only one I knew of.
Yeah, he did one with me. He did one with
Chris, maybe.
It's Chris, I think, and maybe somebody else
too. I did one with Chris also. So
yeah.
Yeah,
so off the test,
Chris was rocking the collabs.
He was pumped. It was good to see Chris as pumped and stuff like that because he got. At one point, Chris got burned out, I think, about a year and a half ago. So it's great to see him back doing stuff.
Kind of revitalized.
Yeah, he's revitalized. You can kind of see that there. Off the 10th, Dave's TV. Make sure. Dave posted that thing in there like, I took a page out of my book. He's at the bar pitching his YouTube channel, giving a little information and giving a little waste flag. Like, yeah, there you go, Dave. That's what it's all about. Taking it back to the streets.
Shannon loved that picture of him on the couch, just like,
for the birthday picture. We mentioned the birthday for TK, but for Ray was his birthday this past week too. So
was it?
To Ray there again. That's what Dave was laying the picture on was for Ray's birthday, which I thought it was Dave's birthday at first when he did it, but it was Ray's birthday. His was on Tuesday. So
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave might be the new Farrah Fawcett poster for people. So yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah. Big B, what's up? Cheers. Yes, we got to get Big B. Got to get you into one of these too. So,
please.
Is it Big B? Is he in Pennsylvania?
Is he? So, I don't know where Big B's based out of.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Unless I'm mistaken there. Chris posted out collab review. His intro made me weep.
I actually loved Chris's video.
Oh, post it. You post it out or post it? I gotta watch that one then. The one he did with Paul.
Posted that 27-minute, just the recap of the weekend, and I was like, I was watching it going,
Big B's in Florida. There you go. So he's down there with Dave.
Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, if Dave ever hosted, we'll have to be down there in Florida too. You got to watch the Gators. Watch some Gators down there.
Oh, they're close together. It looks like.
Oh yeah, nice.
So those two could tag team planning one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Mine hitting up some Florida breweries. I hit a couple when I was in Fort Lauderdale, but I know there's more out there.
Oh, they've got their little bit out there, so they're doing some stuff. So
for sure,
this is a good opportunity to get some other people together and see some other parts of the country and our country or Canadian country, whatever, depending.
We can get I forgot his name, Theriot. I don't know how to pronounce it. Get him to do New Orleans.
Oh, Jay.
That's a whole different story there. No, we're not doing
that.
We're not
doing
don't
go
that.
there, Mal. Don't go there.
Yeah.
I just love New Orleans.
There's drama now, and there was drama back then too. So
yeah.
Although Joe will be the first to sign up if you do it with him. Joe's still here. Joe will comment.
Oh no. We definitely have to invite Tom the Beer Whisperer.
Tom the Beer with. Then we will have a feast of strength competition.
That'd be that'd be a whole nother level.
No ill will to him. Just the association not there anymore. Yeah.
Again, I see there's drama, and I put my hands up, and I slowly back away, and I ignore any of it. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Area, those aren't you supposed to be a UCF fan there? In the Tampa area. Cool. All right. Well, let's sign off. And thanks for everybody that tuned in. And we look forward to catching up with you guys next week, Thursday night, 8 Eastern, as usual.
Yep.
And that being said, y'all have a fantastic Friday and weekend. And if you're one of those hot zones, try to stay cool as best you can. So,
cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.